Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I'm Rowsell, and it's once again time to crash counts with this year-end Q&A. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna let you know that it's 9:30 in the morning, my time. I'm drinking Pepsi because I'm an adult. I can do what I want. But this is pretty much the only time I'm going to get to film this Q&A now, especially since I gotta edit it too. Luckily, as you can see, there's just going to be this screen going to be happening right here, but this is where the questions are going to be and all that. Yes, I know the Supercharged lock's in the background. I originally just had my normal home screen, but then I realized there was video ideas in the background and some sensitive information, so I don't want you guys seeing that. Sorry. But what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to have the questions here on the screen, so you guys can see them. So what this Q&A is a couple weeks ago, I think it was a couple weeks ago now, I posted a video saying ask me a question. And I politely asked for one question. A lot of people did multiple questions, because that's totally how it works. And I saw those, don't worry. I literally went from oldest to newest, and whatever your first comment was, that was what I did. Huge shout out to Capone, I think his name is, who did 25 questions in one question. I picked one, don't worry. So what I've done, as you can see on the screen here, I have them divided up into 4 different categories. So what I did was, I didn't want to just do one question and then later on to get the same question and just fly through it. So to be like, oh, there it is, yeah, whatever, okay, and go on. So I did divide open in categories. So I have Skylanders, YouTube, in real life, and miscellaneous. So miscellaneous is just odds and end questions I didn't really want to put by themselves. So those will be the last ones we'll do probably. Both Skylanders and YouTube is divided into smaller categories. You can see I got them all put together here like this, along with YouTube. They have a smaller one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Skylanders and just go from there, because the Skylanders questions is basically what you guys are here for, because you know I'm a SkyTuber. I don't know if y'all knew that. But it's right now it's 102 questions. So this is going to be very fun. I actually love answering questions. That's one of my favorite things about it. I absolutely love just sitting down and talking to you guys and just answering questions and stuff. I'm going to go through this kind of quickly. This video is probably long, and I apologize in advance. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin. We're going to start with Skylanders 7. There's a handful of people who asked about Skylanders 7. Oh, didn't mean to do that big. Oh, this actually works. So, we're going to just talk about with Skylanders and Skylanders 7 future. Start that one up right away. Get that one going. Just get that one out of the way, basically. So, sorry if I butcher anyone's names. I'm not good with names. Shaguftra Imran is Skylanders coming in 2021. Andre Forkapik, I'm sorry. Do you think it'd be Skylanders 7? I'm not even going to try this. I'm very sorry. Do you think there will ever be another Skylanders game? HLK, do you think there will ever be a new Skylanders game or new mobile app? Elm Trey, I know you're a long-time subscriber. I recognize that name a lot. Do you think it'd be a Skylanders 7? Mega Muffin, do you think Skylanders will ever have another game? I mean, actual game in the series, not like Ring of Heroes. We're going to throw this one out of the way, and a lot of people are going to get mad at me for this. No. I think this is it. I've been the positive guy for the last few years. I've always been the one like, we can hope. I mean, don't get your hopes up, and then it comes crashing down. I'm going to say no. I don't think there's going to be a new game in the franchise, unless somehow, think about along the lines of, say, Spyro, for example. They released games, and then it kind of went on hiatus, and then they remastered it, and now people want new games. So I think that might be how it goes. If Skylanders is going to do a new game, it's going to be after a remaster that comes out. I got a feeling that in a couple years, we're going to get Giants and Spyro's Adventure remaster for whatever the latest console is, whatever's like PS5 or 6, or whatever the Xbox is, or the new Nintendo that'll be coming out at the time. I feel like those are going to get remasters, but we're not going to get a brand new game. After that, though, it all depends. Unfortunately, Skylanders as a franchise isn't as popular as it was, so you're not going to get a lot of new stuff from it, and that sucks. I'm really upset about it too, but we got to be real. As terrible as we got to be real about it and know the fact that this is probably it. This is probably what we're going to get until we get a remaster in the future. So we got to keep it alive the best we can. So basically, you know, doing our own content, producing our own stuff, making our own stories and all that stuff. So that's the one thing we got to say about that. So Is there going to be a new Skylanders game coming next year in the future? No. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm sorry if that angers people, but I want to be real with you. We got to keep it going next year. We're going to get into the YouTube part in a little bit, so I'm going to talk about that in the future and talk about how my channel might be affected and all that dum-dum. But yeah, I was going to say no. Speaking of channel, we're going to go to the channel now. These are going to be questions related to the channel. So when it comes to my gameplay videos and stuff like that, so we're just going to do that one. We're going to go through each one by one, just go from there. Start with Thumpling the Whale. Will you ever think about ranking all the Skylanders in one list? Yes. That is going to be, I'm basically going to call it the finale, even though it's not really the finale. What I'm doing is going through each games. So I started with Imagineers and worked my way down. So I just finished Trap Team. I did the holiday ranking one by the time this video comes out. The holiday ranking one is up. I did the Ring of Heroes video the other day too. So now I'm going to start on Swap Force. So Swap Force is next. After Swap Force gets all those done, when I talk about my favorite swappers, the cores, new cores, all that stuff, it's going to go to Giants, then Sparrow's Adventure, and then it's going to be a while, but I'm going to rank every single Skylander that's out there, from worst to best. And just to let you know, I'm not going to be doing it by myself. I'm actually going to enlist some of my friends to give me a ranking, like pick your 20 favorites, and then I'm going to break it down from there, because obviously I'm not going to do a list because you know number one's going to be Bash. So I'm going to be like, this is every Skylander ranked from worst to best by you. So I think that's a fair way to do it, because I will definitely be doing it. It's just not going to be anytime soon, and hopefully in the new year I'll still have a channel to do it on. So thank you for the question there, Thumpling. Jimmy Lee Music, would you reset all your Skylanders level 1 to no abilities and play through all the Skylander games again to 100%? I would love such a Let's Play. I'm going to say no to this, but there's a catch. I did read a couple of these questions ahead of time, so I know how to answer them. I'm not going to take my personal Skylanders that I have and reset them. I've worked hard on them. I made sure they're all what they are. I mean, Bash, I play with him so much. On Swap Force, his time played doesn't even exist. It's a bunch of letters, basically. That's not even a joke. I did it on a live stream a while ago. And, geez, it was a while ago now. Geez, it was a couple years ago, basically. But if I get new Skylanders, like, say, to complete my collection ones, maybe I'll do that in the future. Maybe I'll just do a playthrough where I just start with level 1 and just start like I'm playing the game brand spanking new or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it on a live stream. I'm not sure about it. Because, well, I can only do Swap Force and up from live streams. But, I mean, I can do Swap Force from level 1 to on. So, I mean, this is something that I'm going to say no to my personal Skylanders, but if I had extras, maybe, sure. As I said in the haul video that I did this a couple weeks ago, and I say a couple weeks ago because I'm uploading this on the 31st. I'm recording this on the 19th, just letting y'all know. That's how long it's going to take me to edit this, and I have so much going on. I'm probably going to be messaging the guy who I bought that epic Skylander haul. I spent $60 and got all those Skylanders that time. I'm probably going to message him again and just getting him to give me a bunch more. Just, obviously, I'm going to pay him. I'm not going to be like, hey, give me the Skylanders. No, I'm going to pay him for it, and I'm just going to get him to probably basically just throw a bunch in there. And whatever I get, maybe I'll do a playthrough with those. We'll see. We'll call it the Facebook Marketplace playthrough. Thank you, Jimmy Lee Music, for the question. I think these... No, okay. I put this one in channel even though I didn't really mean to, but I'm going to do it here anyways. There's another question someone asked a little bit later, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Billy Rose with a Ditto picture. That's great. If you were to make an episode of Skylanders Academy, what would it be about and what Skylanders would be in it? So I put this as channel because I feel like this is a good channel discussion video for it. That's why. So I would do an episode with Bash and Flashwing, and they would fall in love. And then Bop would be at the end of the episode. And I would be standing there the whole time going in the background. And it would have the theme song playing on repeat for 30 minutes. That's it. Just Bop, Flashwing talking, and they're hanging out, and they're falling in love. And then by the end of the episode, it would be Bop running around, they're all excited, but the entire time it's, hey, now we should come together, like and be heroes in the night. Just over and over and over and over and non-stop. It's like lightly in the background, so it won't get really annoying, but you'll hear it and be like, Jesus, still on in the background. And it's going to continue. And the opening credit scene is when they show all the Skylanders. Jetpack's going to come up, and I'm going to walk up behind him with a chair and just be like, I'm not actually going to hit him, I'm going to that's the episode. Let me know if you'd want to watch that. I would. Thank you, Billy Rose, for the comment. I bet you're sitting there like, oh, I thought he was going to be serious. The funny thing is, I am serious. Emmanuel Sapp, can you try to level up a Skylander to max level without any upgrades? Okay. That seems like a pretty good idea. I feel like that could be an interesting kind of mini-series or something to do in the future if I run out of ideas. If not, you just gave me one. I think I can do something like that. Play with Skylar in his game, try to get it from, you know, if it's Spiral's Adventure, get it to level 10, Giants 15, or on to 20, and not buy any upgrades. I think that'd be pretty cool. But pretty hard to do. I know that. Depending on the level, I can just grind the same level over and over and over again. AKA, Operation Short Rock of Steel. But no, I feel like I could do that. I feel like that'd be pretty cool, and then at the end, once I get up level 20, I can just buy all his upgrades because I'll probably have enough money. I could see myself doing that kind of for fun. I don't know if I do it for a series, but yeah, that's a good idea though. So I can see myself doing that, Emmanuel. So I really thank you for that comment. So that's a good future video idea. So thank you very much. Thank you for the comment, or the question. The Fun Time Lolbit Adventures TFLA plush. When are you ever going to do a Skylander Swap Force core lock? In the future. So right now I'm going back and revisiting the games that I lost my locks with. So the Giant Lock, right now I'm doing the core lock through that one because I lost the original Giant Lock. And if it isn't obvious, I'm visiting Trap Team next. After that, I might go back to Spiral's Adventure and do a Forgotten 8 lock. So keep an eye on that one. I might do that one, or I might do Imaginators. I might do a Villain lock. I'm not sure which one yet. Swap Force is going to be a while away. I'm not going to lie to you. I think maybe after I finish the Spiral's Adventure one, I might jump to Swap Force, or like Spiral's Adventure / Imaginators, whatever one I decided to do. I might go to Swap Force. I might just kind of mix it up like crazy. Like, it's going to be my plan right now. This is the thing. So Giants Core Lock is still on the go, followed by a Trap Team lock, which I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do for that one. That's going to be a surprise because it's at the end of the last video for the Giant Lock. Then it's going to be Spiral's Adventure Forgotten 8 or Imaginator's Villain Lock. So either one of those. Then after that, I'll probably do a Skylander Swap Force Core Lock. I already did the Swap Lock, so I'm probably going to do a Core Lock then. So yeah, so it's going to be a trot away if I'm going to be doing it. It's going to be very far away. But I hope you enjoy it when it comes up. Thank you for the question. TFLA Plush. We'll go with that. That's a very long name. So yeah. Oh, that one's done. Cool. Yay! Another one done. We're going to go to discontinue now because this is where a lot of people were asking me about what I think since Skylanders is done for, basically. And from the first question, I kind of think it is. But we're going to get a little more positive with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all these questions and I'm just going to do a big answer with it. So these are all basically the same, but I'm going to do a big thing with it. So the Pearl Pal asks, what are your hopes for Skylanders going forward? Emmanuel Mariscal said, okay, how do you feel about Skylanders not continuing and probably not having another season of Skylanders Academy? And he also said, you know, you have a McDonald's toy and you're all right. This thing is actually from the Lego Movie 2. It's the first movie me and my girlfriend saw together before we were actually official. And we went to McDonald's there, I think a week later, and they happened to have those toys. So I literally had the movie stuff from our movie and that toy as one of our first memories. That's why it's there. Aw, you feel bad now, don't you? ZZack05, do you think Skylanders will ever come back? Gladios said, do you think Skylanders will ever come back, and why or why not should Activision bring back the series? Robo Eclipse said, how do you feel about Skylanders being discontinued? 14 likes, you killed it, buddy. But yeah, that's how this is going to go. So, we're just going to leave this here. We're going to leave this question up since you did, you know, we got 14 thumbs up. So here's my opinion. I said it earlier, I said, right now, I don't think we're going to get a new game, we're going to get a remaster. I'm actually bummed that the franchise is continuing. I was very disappointed by Ring of Heroes, as I've said before numerous times in videos. A lot of you watching this has also been very disappointed by it, and unfortunately that's just how it goes. Right now, the franchise is not as big as what it once was. It's never going to be as big as what it once was, unfortunately. This day and age, it's one of those things that, like, Amiibos kind of took the idea of it and are the only thing continuing with it. I mean, look at the last Toys for Life game with Starlink. They shot themselves in the foot, in my opinion, with that one. I mean, literally, they had a game that was really good, basically, and they were just like, you know what? Nah. Let's just throw that away. Throw that in garbage. Like, they made it way too expensive. That's one of the main reasons why I didn't want to get any of the figures, because it was way too expensive. Like, right now, I think Best Buy has the starter kit out for $10, and I thought about getting it. But then I set up the order, and the shipping was like $10, and I'm like, I'm not paying an extra $10 for this. And the nearest Best Buy is very far away from me, so I'm not going to be able to go to the store and get it. So, like, even now, at $10, I don't want to play it. It's just the Toys to Life franchise is just Amiibos now. Like, it's the Toys to Life franchise is Amiibos. And right now, for Skylanders to come back, it's not a viable option, especially now this day and age. Maybe in 2021, we might get the remaster, as I mentioned. That's what I'm hoping for. That's my hopes for the future, is I hope we get a remaster coming up in the next year or so. Or not the next year, but next couple years, maybe. I don't see them releasing new figures. I don't see them releasing anything like that. I think the remaster, they might come out with maybe new reposes of the big Skylanders. Like maybe, you know, Eon's Elite, there'll be a new repose that have like new special powers or something they can do. Or maybe making that you can play all the Skylanders in the original game. My thing is I'd like to be able to do the remaster, but just with the original 32. But then after you beat the game, you can replay it as any Skylander. So you can go back and do other stuff that are in the levels with other Skylanders. Like there's just a Trap Master area, or there's just a Giant area. And be like, and once you beat the game, you unlock more content. I think that'd be really cool with it. So that's my hopes for the future. As of right now, it's not discontinued. I don't know why he said this comment. It's not discontinued. Activision has not made an announcement saying that it's discontinued. I don't care what anyone says. Until there's a post from Portal Master himself talking a video, breaking it down for 10 minutes, saying why Skylanders was discontinued, and here's the official press release of why it was discontinued, then I will not believe it's discontinued. So it's not discontinued. It's just on very, very indefinite hiatus. So there you go. That's my thoughts on the Skylander future. How about that? Was that good? Is that good enough for you? Perfect. Alright, these two, we have 2 element questions. But thank you all for your questions. I really do appreciate it. I love sitting down and talking about kind of the future with it. I feel like that could be a whole discussion video where I just sit there and just talk there for like 20 minutes about nothing. But I kind of do that anyways. Colin Burt was here, says, what is your favorite element in terms of characters? And Ravise says, what's your favorite and least favorite Skylanders element? So these 2 questions are very similar. There was only 2 in the element ones. Congrats, you guys, you did it. Take a quick drink of my Pepsi at 9:54 in the morning. This is the joys of being an adult, ladies and gentlemen. You can have soda in the morning. I mean, I ain't gonna feel good, but it's my mistake. It's my cross to bear. So my favorite element in terms of characters. When it comes to overall, people, the thing is, I gotta say Earth. Because, I mean, for the first game, 3 of the 4 I absolutely loved. I'm not a fan of Prison Break, sorry, Retro Death. And then, you know, in Giants, I was disappointed with Crusher, but I really like him now, and Flashwing is still one of my favorites. Swap Force, Doomstone's amazing. Rubble Rouser is one of those ones I never really played with, but I did enjoy him. You go to Trap Team with Wallop. I absolutely love Wallop. Fist Bump is awesome too, just to name a few. Superchargers, I wasn't a fan of Smash Hit, but really did enjoy Sharpshooter Terrafin, even though I don't understand why he's in Ring of Heroes. And, I mean, Tri-Tip. I love dinosaurs, and they made a dinosaur for me. Barbella, Imaginators, and, I mean, Boulder Badger was the first one I did. So definitely Earth is my favorite element when it comes to characters. Right behind this, probably Fire. I love pretty much all the Fire Skylanders. Let's see, do I love them all? Yeah, I love the 3 of them, the 4 of them from the original game. I'm not a huge fan of Eruptor though. But the other 3 are great. Giants, yeah, I love Hothead and Hot Dog. Swap Force, Smolder Dash. Firekraken's alright, he's not my favorite. Excuse me, Blast Zone's gotten better. Well, I've gotten better with him. I forget who the other Fire one was. No, Frido! I love Frido. Wildfire is in the next one. Wildfire's amazing. Kaboom is awesome. Yeah, I think, like, Earth is just a smidget above Fire. That's the best way to describe it. Just a smidget, just because I've been a fan of Earth since the beginning. Even though Fire has the better Skylanders. How about that? So, what's your favorite and least favorite Skylander? My favorite is Earth. Probably my least favorite is probably Air. There's not a lot of Skylanders I go to play with Air. There's a few that I really like, say Sonic Boom, for example. I've become a fan of Lightning Rod. Swarm is really good, but like in the later games, it kind of just falls flat. I'm not a huge fan of the ones from, like, I enjoy the Imaginators that he had, but, like, I don't like Bad Juju. Who's the air one for... Oh, Jetvac is an air one. I've become a fan of Jetvac in a little bit, as I respect him now, but that's it. I like Scratch, but, like, Free Ranger, I'm not a fan of Free Ranger. I'm just not really a fan of the air element. Like, Gusto, I've never really been a fan of Gusto. He's alright, is the best way to describe it. Yeah, so I'd have to probably say air, just because there's not a lot that I like overall of them. So my favorite's Earth, my least favorite's probably air. So yeah. Thank you for your questions, RazV and Colin Vert was here. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Next one is figures. There's a lot of people asking me, like, my opinions of Skylanders, how many figures I have, do I have them all that. There's 2 questions about Jetvac, if I'm not mistaken. I was supposed to put them together. Why do you not like Jetvac from Eric Livery? And what do you think of Jetvac? So, as you guys know, I'm playing the Giant Squirrel now. Jetvac is still in it. I'm actually very impressed with Jetvac. As I said, I'm very impressed now that I'm doing really well with him. I thought he'd be a Skylander that I would just bomb with, because I don't play as him. I don't like playing as him. But, I mean, he has good range when it comes to the air, when he literally shoots balls of air. As I said, I'm still not a fan of Jetvac. I'm going to sit on that throne forever and be like, nope, not a fan. Well, not going to happen. But I respect him. I respect him as a Skylander. I respect him as a character, and I respect his gameplay. But I don't like him. How about that? But I can gladly tell you that he is not my least favorite Skylander anymore. I think that question's going to come up, so we'll discuss that one. But yeah, I think Jetvac is fine. I respect him. How about that? So thank you, Eric and Julie, for your questions. Con BFB. 2 questions. Fine. Number 1 is Power Blue Splat Rare. Number 2, what will be your next ranking? What will your next ranking be about? So I put this one in characters, even though this technically is a video channel one too. Power Blue Splat Rare. I guess. I don't really see a lot about it. That's the thing. So I'm thinking the ones that people don't really talk about is kind of rare. Because, I mean, I haven't seen, like, Power Blue Trigger Happy or the Gold Rusher, the Power Blue versions of them anywhere. And if I do, they're usually pretty expensive. But I don't see anything about Power Blue Splat. So I guess they're kind of rare. I guess I happened to stumble upon them one day, and I guess that made them pretty rare. I made them rare, personally. But yeah, I think that's what it is. I think they're just not really talked about, so I guess they're rare in that way. So I'll go with that. My next ranking video. So I'm going to be starting Swap Force next month. Hopefully I'm going to have that one done. Looking at it now, I'm like, geez, I don't know if... Because I did Crashmas, and my plan was to do a lot of pre-recording and setup, but now I got Christmas coming up. By the time I'm recording this, Christmas and New Year's is basically long over. But I'm going to be doing a lot for Christmas. Then I'm working one day, but it's the entire day for my job. And then the next day, I'm going out to the girlfriend's family where they're from, and I'm staying with her for like 4 days. So there's going to be no pre-recording for me. But my next ranking video is going to be every swapper ranked. Very simple. I'm starting the Swap Force. You got to start off big. Every swapper ranked is how it's going to go. You already know who number 1 is. Ha ha ha! I'm biased! There you go. Thank you very much, Con BFB, for the question. Free Shadow, which I'm assuming is that Free Ranger and Trap Shadow put together. Free Shadow. Which one of the Sensei variants, Jingle Bell Child Maid, Dark Kingpin, do you like the most? The Legendaries. I did set it as a hot take. Candy Coated Chop Shots is probably my actual favorite, if I had to say that. But I gotta go with the Legendaries just because I think the red and gold is a lot more elegant when it comes to the designs. I think the black and gold is fine. And I mean, that does make them look legendary, but to make them like an elegant legendary, like they're kings and queens, the red and yellow looks red and gold, sorry, looks a million times better on Tri-Tip and Pit Boss. I think those are wicked legendaries. I was so excited to pick them up at Toys R Us when they were there. I really like those, I gotta say. I haven't seen any of the dark versions. I think Dark Wolfgang looks pretty cool, but I don't have him, so I can't really tell you how he looks like in person. Jingle Bell Chop Mage, just default to me. But yeah, Candy Coated Chopscotch really good because I had no clue that existed, and I think that looks really good since, you know, it's an undead Skylander. It came out around Halloween because when the game came out, just like with Frightful Fiesta. So yeah, but I'm going to have to say the Legendaries as number 1, Chopscotch right behind them at number 2. I've been doing a lot of really close. Thank you, the Free Shadow, for the question there. The guy who likes Skylanders and other random stuff. Do you think they might add a new trap like they did in Trap Team? If so, what would it be? I mean, like how they only released the core traps in Australia. Do you think they might add a new trap like they did in Trap Team? If so, I don't think they're going to add a new trap. Especially now, so late in the game. Trap Team is like 5 years old now. Coming on 6, I think. So I don't think they're going to add like a new trap. But I'll humor you. Yes, they're going to add a new trap. And it's going to be a thumbs up from me. It's going to be this. So, yeah, like this. And you put it in the portal, and it just gives you Bash. But he's a good guy. And it comes in the portal, and he goes, "Rog, rog, rog, rog." And he goes, "Rog." And then he lands on the thing, and then he fights. There you go. That's the trap. And it's going to be exclusive to Newfoundland. Exclusive to me. Skylers, if you're watching, make one for me, please. Thank you. Thank you for the question, guy. Like Skylers and other random stuff. Didn't mean to skip that one, but we already read that one from Eric. Eiley Lansu, what's your favorite Skylander? Sorry, what's our favorite Skylander? I'm a grammar Nazi, sorry. It's Bash. Did got 1 there. I got 5 up there, which you can't see. Technically 6, because I got the Lego version. Or the Mega Bloks version, sorry. It's Bash. Absolutely love Bash. Bash is the best. I don't want to go into detail because I don't want to waste time talking about it. Sorry, I just flew through that one, but I've talked about this one so much. I think someone else asked who my favorite Skylander. No, I didn't. Okay. It didn't. Alright. Yeah, it's Bash. So there we go. Thank you very much, Isel, for the question. So these next 3 are similar, actually. The Cracking Toxicroak asked if are there still Skylanders you don't have? Traptanium Master said, do you have every Skylanders? And TSM Studios says, do you have every Skylanders? Do you have every Skylanders? They asked the same exact question. Do you think they're the same person? Are you guys related? Trap teams, maybe. But yeah, there are a lot of Skylanders I don't have when it comes to variants and regular ones. I don't have regular Cobra Kadabra. I still don't have regular Chompy Mage. I mostly don't have variants. There's a lot of variants I'm missing. I have a lot of like regular poses. I noticed when I made the video, like I don't have Light Core Chill. I don't have regular Bumble Blast. There's a couple odds and ends I'm missing. I talked about a few of them in my collection video there a couple weeks ago. And a lot of you guys left comments saying which ones I missed, so I really appreciate that because I can write down a list of the Skylanders I'm missing. Someone mentioned an app. I still haven't downloaded it yet. Sorry. I might look at that one in the future. I'm missing a lot of the Nitros because unfortunately we only had a Target here and it was barely open for a year and nothing was there for Skylanders. So I never got to getting the Nitros. I've been getting Nitros since. I got Nitro Head Rush, Nitro Stealth Singer from Ryan. Do I have another Nitro? Did someone send me a Nitro and I forgot it? Sorry. If you did and I forgot. I'm terrible for that. But yeah, there is a nice few Skylanders I am missing. And I apologize that I don't have them all. But I said in the new year I'm going to be continuing my collection. So instead of we're going to be completing your collection and continuing my collection. So I'm probably going to be chipping away and getting some odds and ends Skylanders I might see online or like maybe on I might see like what some people might have online or something like that. So yeah. Thank you very much for your questions. Cracking Toxicroak, Traptanium Master, and TSM Studios. That does it for the figures part of it. Now we're going to go into the games. A couple questions here. I think some of these are kind of the same. Some of these are the same. I forget which ones are which, basically. So I apologize already. When I apologize for that in the future already, if I mix them up or anything like that, if I ask the same question twice. What I'll do is I'll just do basically more detail for each one, so you don't feel like you're all alone in the question. So James Rucker, starting it off, if there will be a new Skylanders game, what would be a good gimmick? I mentioned this before. I would love to see interchangeable weapons. So I wouldn't mind bringing back old Skylanders, but giving them new weapons. So imagine Trigger Happy with his guns, but you take the guns off and you give him swords and he becomes a swashbuckler. Imagine Trigger Happy just going like that. Imagine taking Stealth Elf and being able to switch to her Super Shot mode by literally taking off her blades and putting the gun with her. I think that would be a really cool thing, taking like the classic Skylander weapons and giving them new ones. Even the ones that don't have a weapon to begin with, like say Spyro, he just, shoots flame and charges. Imagine giving him like a Gatling gun. Like something he puts on his back so he can run around and the gun shoots instead of shooting his fireball, or shoots fireballs from it. I think that'd be really cool to do, like interchangeable weapons for a Skylander. That could be a really cool one for Skylander, the remaster. Just saying. So, I mean, I think that'd be a really cool gimmick. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see how that works. I mean, they did it with Swap Force, being able to change parts together. Well, then when they, like Swap Force, when they take, you know, 2 pieces and you put them together like that. I thought that was really cool. So I think it would be possible with weapons. I think that'd be really cool to do, too. That or, like, editable Skylanders. So, like, you can take Stealth Elf and edit the character and give them that, so you don't actually need the actual physical pieces. You can just be like, oh, I'm going to switch to your weapon. Or, like, certain areas, it's like gunslingers are better in this zone, so you can pause the game, switch out, get the character to have the guns, and now you can use the same character, but it's got gun style, you know? I think that'd be a pretty cool gimmick. Thank you very much, James Rucker, for the question. Matthias, Video, Norse Gaming, Swap Force or Giants? Swap Force. I think Giants is the worst game in the series. Oh, I think I ruined the future question. We'll go into more detail with that. I love Swap Force a lot. Swap Force is actually my second favorite game in the series. Supercharged being number 1, obviously. Oh, I'm going to ruin another question in the future. Sorry. I really like Swap Force. I love the idea of switching the Skylanders around. The story is amazing. It got introduced to my favorite NPC of all time with Tessa. It's just so good. Swap Force is awesome. If I had to pick one or the other, obviously Swap Force. No-brainer right there. Thank you, Matthias, for the question. Really appreciate it. Andrew Burton, what are your opinions on the Skylanders games? What I mean is, what are the things you like and dislike about each of the console games in the Skylander franchise, not the mobile games? I think people have asked me in the future for this question for more detail on certain ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pro and a con to each one. So pro, con, and an okay, maybe something like that. Spyro's Adventure, introduced series, gave me bash, heck yeah. Very chunky, very slow. The graphics are terrible now. The replay value is garbage right now. But it gave you all the introduction to the series, but also it's one of those games that you can't play on a new console. So I wouldn't be able to stream it. A remaster for that would be fantastic. Giants, continue the franchise. Too bad it was basically Spyro's Adventure DLC, but it gave me Flashwing, so there you go. Giants is just is the best way. I feel like it literally just, it was too hard also. Like, you're playing Spyro's Adventure and then Giants like, oh, we give you a hard mode, and they just like threw you under the bus. Or threw the bus at you. They actually picked up the bus and threw it at you. So, there you go. Swap Force. Excellent idea, being able to switch 2 characters around. I think that's fantastic. I think it's awesome that you can take these characters, mix them up, throw them all around. The cores got neglected with that one a little bit, and you didn't need reposes. Like, I feel like there was light core versions that didn't need to exist, but the story was amazing. The story was one of the best. Introduced Tessa. So, yeah. The story, as I said, they introduced a lot of new characters, which is kind of, or a lot of old characters, brought back a lot of old ones, which they didn't need to, but they introduced a lot of good new ones. That's the other thing about it. Trap Team. Wildfire and Dark Wildfire has my favorite level in the entire game, has one of the coolest things where you can take the traps and put them onto the thing. Too bad you're only going to choose one villain the whole time. I can't tell you any of the other Magic ones I played with because I only played as Pinata the entire time. I know Rage Mage because I don't like him at all. I don't even remember the other Magic ones. Sorry. And also the cores got very neglected in Trap Team, and they are probably the best cores in the entire series. Flipwreck Center. I love Flipwreck. There was reposes. The minis. The minis are adorable but useless. That's the thing. They're great, but they're useless. Sorry, Bob. I love you, bro. I love you, big grandson. But, yeah. That's what I think about Trap Team. Superchargers. Superchargers is perfect in every single way. Oh, smash hit. That's all I can say. I love Superchargers so much. I had a whole video talking about it. Well, I haven't uploaded it yet. Probably. I haven't uploaded by now. No. And Imaginators. Unique idea. Creating your own Skylanders. People wanted to do that for years. They killed it with doing that. The story was abysmal. They ruined the story. Especially with that cake filler option. The cake filler option, I'm putting the thumbs all the way down for that. But they reintroduced villains that I thought were really great. The new senseis are basically all perfect. So, as I said, like, terrible story, excellent characters, creating your own characters, that's how it goes. How about that? Ring of Heroes. The fact that they continued the franchise, I'm doing Ring of Heroes, you even said not mobile games. Ring of Heroes, they continue the franchise, too bad it's terrible. Thank you, Andrew Burton, for the question. I hope that gave you a lot of detail with it. I could go into more detail with every one of them, which, there's no point. I might be in a further question, though. I forget which ones. There might be those. But thank you very much, Andrew Burton, for the question there. I gotta take a quick little drinky drink. Here's what I was talking about. Isaac Hernandez, how would you rate Skylanders Swap Force on a scale of 1 to 10 and why? I would give Swap Force a solid 7.5/8. I'll probably go with 8 just to be fair. Introducing the new Skylanders with the swapping ability was the coolest thing, definitely at the time. Still blows my mind how that works to this day. I know people say it's the magnets inside, but regardless, it's still insanely cool that you can take a Skylander and break it in half and put another Skylander on top of it, and it becomes that Skylander. The story is fantastic. It's probably the best. It's the second best story in the franchise. Superchargers does have the best one. I will fight everyone any day on that. Physically, I will fight you in a back alley. It has the best. It has an amazing story. Introduced my favorite NPC with Tessa. I just love the story built up with it. The only thing is that the cores are all fantastic, but I feel like they're neglected a little bit since you can beat the game 100% with just the swappers. You don't need the cores. Excuse me. The fact that they brought back old Skylanders, they didn't need to. They honestly did not need to, especially with the light core versions. Like, I'm really thankful that they gave Camo and Whamshell a second figure, but they didn't need light core Whamshell, and we didn't need Thornhorn Camo. Because I feel like the repos in this one, even though they had different names, which was really cool, they didn't actually need to exist. That's the best way to describe that. I thought it was really cool that, you know, they came back and they got new reposes and they got new characters with new designs and they had new power-ups. But when you first get them, they start off 100% like a regular Skylander, and then you have to go and buy the one ability that gives them something new. So they're the exact same Skylander except for that one thing at the end. Like Ninja Stealth Up, you're playing the whole time as regular Stealth Up, and then you lock her ninja costume, basically. You have to buy it. It gives her a ninja ability. Now she has a ninja costume. I'm like, okay. I thought that was weird. So that's why I give it an 8, because it lacks in that department. It could have just focused on the main characters. I'm also only giving it an 8 because every time I try to upload the Esmeralda battle, they always give me a copyright strike on it. I got a little blinking on the thing. Oh, my recording's going to give out soon. 4 minutes left. Okay. We'll finish up this little area here. Adrian Diaz, what do you think is the worst Skylander game? Giants. This is the one I'm going to pause. It's going to pause. You're not going to see anything different anyways. I think Giants is the worst because it feels like Spyro's Adventures DLC. It feels like something they wanted to add in the original game, but they didn't have the time or the restraints, or they didn't think it was going to work. It looks exactly the same graphic-wise. It feels exactly the same. They repose Skylanders that work in the original game, and the WoW powers for them are not great. That's the thing about it. I think the story was uninspired. It dragged on way too hard, and the difficulty curve is wrong. It's just wrong how it went from A to B, like super quick. And like I was losing Skylanders left, right, and center due to simple things, and on hard mode. And not just because I'm a terrible SkyTuber, I am, don't worry about that. But like, it was one of those things. I feel like it was glorified DLC for Spyro's Adventure, so that's how it goes. Quick cut here now, you're not going to really see anything, but yeah, because I gotta save this video. Alright, we are back. Sorry for that little cut, as I adjust the camera again. Had to take the video file off because my video only saves about like a half-hour worth of footage. So that cut probably wasn't really anything though. Alright, so we're going to continue on with LEGO AWC Stop Motioner. I had a bit of chocolate. It's 10:21 in the morning and I had chocolate. It's fun to be an adult. If you were asked to make another Skylander games, how would you make it? I'd probably go to the designers, because I don't know how to make a video game, and ask them to do it for me. Thank you for your question. No, so, as I said, I like to do the, you know, with the weapons and stuff. So, I would honestly ask Toys for Bob to do it. No offense to Vicarious Visions, but Toys for Bob, I think, would do a lot better with the design-wise. I mean, they did Spyro Reunited Trilogy, and, you know, that's probably one of my favorite games of all time. You know, just saying. So, yeah, that's what I do. I'd probably go to them about it. I'd pitch the idea about interchangeable weapons, but I would do the remaster. If I were asked to make another Skylanders game, even if it was the new version, I would be like, you know what? Remaster the first 2 games for the current generation. So whatever generation it is, if it's already for PS4 or Xbox One, go for it. But if it's coming out for PS5 or the Xbox Scarlet, I think or what is it called? Xbox 5? I have no clue. Regardless what it is, I would get them to remake it for that. I would like to be able to play those games on a current generation console and be able to stream it. That's one thing I'd really like to do with it. So that's what I would do, and be like, and give Spyro a gun. Because you seem to like to do that with random Skylanders. Thank you, Lego AWC, for the question. I appreciate that. Thunder Guardian, which is your favorite game from the series? It is Superchargers. I love Superchargers because of the fact that the story is amazing. I've said 100 times about any video game I play, if the story is good, I'm going to be playing that game, and I'm going to love it. The graphics could be terrible, the gameplay could be terrible, and I will absolutely love that game. Like this one here, for example. Where's it at? Here we go. This game called Mafia 2. I got it for $13.49 at EB Games. This game's graphics are garbage. The gameplay is even worse. But this story is so good. It's also rated M for mature, so if you're not 16 and over, you can't get it. Or is it 18 and over? I'm not sure. Regardless, the story for Superchargers is the best story in the entire franchise. I will fight people every day on that. The racing, even though a lot of people said it's pointless and they didn't need to add it, I love it, okay? I think the racing is amazing. I'm insanely good at it. I mean, watch Jap's past streams that he had. I whooped him in Strike Hero Campo at one point. I think we did 10 races and I won every single one of them. Humble brag. They came out with some of the best Skylanders. I mean, Spitfire, Thrillipede, Lava Lance Eruptor, Bone Brash Roller Brawl, Deep Dive Gilgrunt. And I mean, they did come out with some new unique Skylanders like Sharpshooter Terrafin and Super Shot Stealth Elf. Even though I'm not a big fan of them, they're very unique. I give them that one. And they also gave you Smash Hit, so congrats, I guess. They didn't do, in my opinion, they didn't do great with the light and dark versions, but there's people out there who absolutely love Astro Blast and absolutely love Nightfall, so I think they literally killed it with this one. Like, it was perfect. It was perfect in every way. Plus, they had dailies. That's what I loved about it. Every day you come back and play this game, and you get something. You had 4 different dailies you can do. You had the Tesla quest, you had the Hugo quest, you had the Pendergast missions, and you got the Battle Chaos with Skystones every single day. Along with that, along with the endgame content with Buzz and all that too. It's the best game. Fight you on that. Thank you, Thunder Guardian. I hope that answers your question. Max Rohrbacker. Robaxon. Robert. Max Robert. If you design the next Skylanders game, what would be the special feature? I did mention this earlier, so I mentioned, you know, with the weapons. So I would like to be able to take a Skylander, like say, geez, oh, Bash is close to me. So imagine taking your boy Bash, even though he's perfect in every single way, and giving him a gun hat. Like, you put a hat on him and it has 2 little turrets and it shoots. So imagine, like, doing the Earth and then being able to fuse it with another weapon. So a lot of people have mentioned they like to see Skylander fusions, for example. So that's how it would go. It would be Earth, but then I give him a tech weapon, so it becomes an Earth tech Skylander. So I think that'd be really cool, too. It changes the element with it. Along with that, there's a lot of people talking about how you can do babies. And they're like, oh, if you do 2, they can mate together and they can make a baby and then they'll be a mixed element. Why don't you just give them a gun? Then they're tech. Or, you know, Bash and then for hilariously give him, like, an earthquake effect? No, a tsunami effect. Because tsunamis help with the tectonic plates, I think. They actually push the water up. So imagine doing him earth, water, and becoming, like, a different thing where he can actually, you know, use rocks and shoot rocks from the water. Like, there's a waterfall coming towards you and there's rocks coming out of it. Like, I think that'd be really cool for them to be able to fuse those together. So give them a weapon that makes them 2 elements. There you go. Added on to your question there. Thank you, Max Roberts. Robacker, I'm really sorry if I butchered that one. I definitely did. Roomba Rocket. What would you do if the team at Toys for Bob revealed a new Skylander game? I'd be very excited. Honestly, I'd be really excited about it, especially if it's Toys for Bob doing it. I did mention I love Toys for Bob so much. Right now, I think both Toys for Bob and Vicarious Visions are working on Crash and Spyro games, like side by side, because CTR just came out last year. That was with Beanox. Right now, Vicarious Visions have been very quiet. Supposedly Crash Worlds is coming out. I didn't even know I'm doing a game about Worlds. Well, I'll take it. And I think there might be rumors of a Spyro game. A lot of people are saying they might be doing a remaster of like Enter the Dragonfly and Hero's Tale. I hope they don't. Those games are not great. And I hope they never, ever touch the Legend of Spyro series because I hate it. I would be very excited if a new game came out. If for some reason I opened up the computer today and saw there was a reveal trailer for Skylanders 7, of course I would be super excited. But here is the really jealous version in me. I'm really happy that it's coming back, but everyone who gave up on the franchise are going to come back too. So you know for a fact that if a new Skylander game comes out, Skylander Boy and Girl is going to trot right back in, and everything that we have been doing to keep this franchise alive for the last 3 years, while they just sat on their butts doing their terrible videos on their other channels, and people are just going to flock right back to them. So everything we've been doing to keep it alive is going to mean nothing. Unless Skylanders messages me directly and gets me to do a voiceover, because if he does it all, I can do a lot of different voices. So, just saying. I can do all the voices. You can pay me $20 and I'll do every single voice in the game. I'll even do female. I can't do female voices. You're going to have to hire someone else for that one. But there you go. I would be very excited, but again, I would also be a little bit weary because, of course, it's going to bring back the fan base, but it's going to bring back the toxicity of former channels. Looking at you, Skylander Boy and Girl. Maybe Jap will start making Skylander content again. Thank you for the question, Roomba Rocket. I'm not jealous. Plush 10 No 64 Gaming. Which was the first Skylander game you played? I was there from the beginning with Spyro's Adventure. That game came out 2011, was it? Jeez, was it 8 years ago? Jeez, was it actually 8 years ago? I think it was 2011. My sister gave me a $50 gift card to EB Games. I was starting my old channel, Pushpin Gamer, at the time, and I needed a new game to start it up with. I saw Spyro's Adventure. I seen Spyro. I said, oh god, what have they done with Spyro? I bought it. I remember telling Jackie, who worked at the store, you know what? This is either going to ruin my franchise, ruin my childhood, or continue it. And since you know I have a channel with 4,000 subscribers coming on to 5 years now, I think it might have continued it. So yeah, I started from that. I got the starter pack. I got all the way to Chaos and I couldn't beat them, so I decided, oh, maybe I'll buy a couple more characters so I can beat the game. They're only like 10 bucks each. I don't mind buying them. We'll grab a couple. First one I grabbed was Drobot, and the rest was history. That's me hitting the boxes or the totes that I have full of Skylanders. So yeah, I've been there since the beginning. Giants I got a little while after, when it first came out. Swap Force I got when I was working at Walmart. We got these coupons that gave us like an extra 20% off like our normal discount. So I got the starter kit along with Enchanted Hoot Loop and Boom Jet. After that, I had pre-ordered the games and paid them off. Trap Team I pre-ordered and paid off. I got it on day one. Superchargers I went and pre-ordered the game and then I bought all the figures. And Imagineers I went out and got it on day one. I was up at 6 in the morning going to my local Walmart when it opened at 7 and getting all the Skylanders. I spent $600 that day. Ha ha ha, I spent over my rent in Skylanders. Don't watch this, Mom. But yeah, I started with Spyro's Adventures, basically like everyone else. I've been there since the beginning. I've been a fan since the beginning, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop anytime soon. But thank you very much, Plush 10 No 64. I love your Mario plushie. I hope that's a real one and not a knockoff, because that'd be hilarious. And that's it for that one. Nice. Unique questions. Here we go. These are the unique questions. These are the ones that I couldn't really put into a little thing. So these are all different questions. They're really cool. They're all still Skyline related. Think about it, guys. We still have YouTube to talk about in real life and miscellaneous. There's a lot of questions in this. This is a very long video. I apologize in advance, editing me. Starting with Shadow Dragon 16. As of 2019, which Skylanders couple do you ship the most? I know you made a video on it a while back. Alright, so let's talk about that video for a second. That video I made because I knew people were going to watch it. It's not because I encouraged it. I don't encourage Skylander shipping or couples or falling in love with Skylanders or anything like that. I think it's weird. I did that video because I knew people were going to watch it, and it was Valentine's Day. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to make it, and we're going to work. Even though I do ship Bash and Flashwing. I've always shipped them. They help Bop. I don't care what anyone says. Bop is Bash's son. Flashman gave birth to him. I don't care if people say, oh, she doesn't like him as much as Bash likes her. Listen, she's my daughter-in-law, okay? I know she likes my son. And I know she loves my grandson, Bop. So yeah, it's Bash and Flashman. There's no other Skylander couple that I know about or care about. How about that? Continuing. Thank you very much, Shadow Dragon, for the question. I do appreciate it. I know that probably shattered your thing, and I know you're probably really upset with me about it, but yeah, that's how it is. It's honest. It's my honesty over an hour video. But thank you very much for the question. I honestly do appreciate it. Andrew McHenry, what are your thoughts on Trap Shadow? I don't know why y'all like Trap Shadow so much. I think he's fine. I don't think he's a special Skylander. I don't go out of my way to play with him. I don't go and talk about him every day. I don't want to do this and that. That's why I'm shocked that he's still in the running for Crash Smash. I don't know how he even ended up there in the first place in one of the top seeds, and now he's in like the finals basically. Or he's close to the final. I don't know, I forget. I haven't did Crash Smash in a long time now, so I don't remember who's in it. Oopsie. Y'all don't like it anyway, so what's the point? I think Trap Shadow's fine. I think it's a very unique moveset. I love the pounce move where he goes swipe, swipe, and he pounces. I think that's really good. That's why I like Scratch so much. I don't really use a lot of his other moves. The kick move is pretty cool. I think he's the one who does the kick that does the shadow line. I think that was pretty cool. Good for like a line of it. I think it's really, really cool. I don't think he's like an amazing Skylander. I don't think he's a terrible Skylander. I think that works. If that works for you. Just replying to the girlfriend. We're talking about our Christmas plans. Sorry about that. But yeah, thank you, Andrew McHenry, for the question. Trap Shadow, I think, is alright. Mr. Generalism. If you played Pokemon Sword and Shield, you're probably familiar with the Dynamax mechanic. Nope, haven't played it. Do you think it's possible to use Dynamaxing in some shape or form for a future Skylanders playthrough series on the channel? I thought this would be appropriate as the Lock-style series was inspired by Pokemon. Yeah. I don't really know how to use Dynamaxing. I think the only way for me to do it is to do a mini playthrough and be able to Dynamax into their full form. So like play as Bop and then be like, oh, this is the hard part, I'm going to Dynamax, and switch into Bash. I think that's maybe the only way I can do it, because there's no other things. When it comes to giants, like there's giants that look similar to them, like say Stump Smash can evolve into could Dynamax into Tree Rex. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I think that could be a video I could discuss. We could do a discussion video of which Skylanders you think could Dynamax into the other. So like Stump Smash into Tree Rex. Crusher's got the big hammer. Geez, who in the world could go with him? See, like, Smash Hit, maybe? Because he's got the thing. I don't know. See, like, that would be a really cool discussion video to do. So, like, who could evolve into the giant? I think that'd be a cool idea. I don't think I could be able to do it as a playthrough, though, because I don't know how that would work. Because with me, with Pokemon, I don't do a lock on Pokemon anymore. I just basically play the game. I just want to complete it. That's all that matters to me. So, I don't know how it would work, but I think it'd be a cool discussion video. To be like, oh, which Skylander do you think could do a Dynamax, you know? So it's a good idea. I'll keep it in the back of the old membrane here. Thank you very much, Mr. Generalism. That's a very unique question. I like that one. So I'm waiting to talk about this one for a while. Flameslinger the Gamer. What's up, buddy? He says, okay, question. Will you ever do actual Let's Plays on Skylanders 1 through 7? Have you ever been attracted to a Skylander? I'm assuming Skylanders 7 is Ring of Heroes. I only just beat Luminous. I did not like the story of that game. I like story of a Skylander, like when he did the Spiral one or the Boom Bloom one. I like those, but that was it. I'm not going to do just normal Let's Plays. If I will, it would be for a live stream, which is like what I did with Imagineers that time, and I mean, that was fantastic. I absolutely love doing that. I mean, Flat Wolf is now a legend on the channel because of it, and Pie Boss, and King Pup, or King Pun, whatever it was. So I won't do actual Let's Plays recorded on the channel, maybe a live stream if anything. And the big question, have you ever been attracted to a Skylander? No, that's weird, that's creepy. I'm just straight up honest with you. I would not pick up a little figure and be like, dang, I want to make out with you. No. I mean, I am creepy when I talk about Bash and stuff, but Bash is my son. That's different. That's incest, that's wrong. No, I've not been attracted to a Skylander. I will never be attracted to a Skylander, and in my opinion, that's kind of weird. Sorry if that offends you. Sorry if that offends any of you out there. I'm sorry. I find it weird. I know there's people out there who find those things attractive, like you're into like anime characters and stuff. This is not my thing, man. It's like people who like feet. Feet are gross, man. I'm trying to be a little more vulgar and stuff, so I can stay away from the Copa thing. We'll talk about that later. But like, you know... But thank you very much, Flameslinger, for the question. Hope I didn't offend you too much. Spin to win in Smash Ultimate. Oh, yeah. What would you say was the most hype moment in all of Skylanders history? Not just the games, but trailers, reveals, figures, and all forms of Skylander media. Also, why are you so awesome? Thank you. I'm so awesome because my parents made me that way. Listen to your parents. I think the most hype moment, and this is going to sound really weird, is when the mobile game was announced or leaked. Because we thought it was done. I'm going to say the majority of us thought Skylanders was done and that was it. And then out of nowhere, there's a mobile game. And then it disappeared for a bit. But then it came back. I had a video on the channel. I don't know if I took it down. It was me just reacting to the trailer. I was generally hyped that night. It was 11 o'clock at night when I saw the trailers. I think Portal Power TV, Brylander, and Jap both messaged me about it. And then I sent it to Frynut. That was when the Skylander community was huge, still big at the time. So we were all discussing it. I think that was huge because we looked at it and we're just like, this is a second chance. This is a chance for the Skylander franchise to come back. And I mean, unfortunately, it did not. And we did get a lot of new creators from it. So I mean, like, we discovered a lot of new people like Vulcan Games, what's that, Tectone, he was part of it too. So shout out both you guys. They both joined the Skylander community from that. And a lot of new ones. There was a lot of old ones coming back and doing playthroughs. Like, Brylander did a playthrough of the game. Portal Master did it. I did it. Jab did it. Crystal Blazer was part of it too, and we all, like, it opened up a whole new door for us, and I think that was so hype because a lot of people looked at it being like, this is a chance. This is a chance for Skylanders to come back. And it technically did. It came to the limelight. There was ads popping up, people were just like, Skylanders are back? So, like, it gave a lot of options for us to at least try again, you know? And unfortunately, it didn't live up in the end. That's the one thing about it. It's just it didn't live up. And I mean, it was disappointing that it fell through in the end. But if you look back at the time when it first came out, how hyped were you when you heard there was going to be a new Skylander game? Regardless if it was mobile, regardless of that, you sat there and you're just like, there's going to be a new Skylander game coming out. And it's free. That's pretty cool. So I think that might be the most hype moment because we all thought it was done. And it came back for one more hurrah. And hopefully we get one more hurrah in a couple years' time. But yes, thank you, Spin to Win. I hope that answers the question. That or when I saw the Superchargers logo change, the Skylanders logo change for when Superchargers was announced. And I was like, oh, there's racing. This is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Thank you for your question, though. Clark Chirpman. That's a great name. What is your least favorite repose? My least favorite is Hot Dog Series 2. You don't like Firebone Hot Dog? He's cute as heck, though. I gotta say Zap Series 2. Nothing really changed. He looks exactly the same except his horns are longer, and I think he has an extra little jetpack on the back. I think he's very uninspired. Because, I mean, if you look at some of the other ones, like Prison Break, for example, looks kind of boring for the first one, but the second version, when he's got all the crystals coming in, he's going like that, I think it looks amazing. But Zap was just uninspired. I think Zap was just, we'll just do that. I mean, you could do the thing about Wrecking Ball 2, but he gets giant tusk and he was, screaming and stuff. But Zap, if you look at him, was just kind of the same. Now, I know he's awesome because of the fact of that amazing WoW Pow they gave him for Riley. I absolutely love that that they did that because Riley was a fan of Skylanders who passed away due to cancer, and Zap was his favorite character, so they gave him a WoW Pow in memory of him, which was awesome. But the thing is, the figure was kind of boring. I apologize if you don't like that, but yeah. I gotta go with that. Again, the light cores that came out for Swap Force, even though Flashwing's one of my favorites, I don't think Flashwing, Warnado, or Whamshell. Actually, Warnado's was kind of cool. Or Whamshell, I don't think they really needed a light core. So those were kind of lackluster at best too. But yes, that is my answer to that one. I'm gonna go with Zap Series 2 from Giants. Thank you for your question, Clark Chirpman. You have probably the coolest name ever. Terrabilly81, how do you feel about the Skylanders fan base is not as big as it used to be? Personally, I'm bummed about it because Skylanders was my childhood. I do agree too. It sucks that basically I'm one of the only SkyTubers out there right now. I pretty much am. I know there's a lot of my younger audience who watches who are making videos. Like I know Ignite and Crypt Crusher and Make 3.0 Shine are making videos on it too and all that. But when it comes to, say, the ones up there with the really big fan base, with the thousands of subscribers, like myself, Jap, Portal Master, Portal Power, all those, it sucks that we have nothing to make videos on. And for myself, I was the one that was like, everybody's just like, I don't know if I'm gonna make videos anymore. And I'm like, hey, I'm announcing 3 series coming back and 2 new series. Boy! Because I can take the game, and my creativity pot is always overflowing, and I'm always coming up with new ideas. So right now, it sucks the fact that there is still a fan base out there. It's very, very limited. But I mean, right now, I have 4,000 subscribers. So 4.29 thousand, if I'm not mistaken, from when I checked it today, when I recorded this. So that means it's still going. That's the thing about it. People are going to come watch it. They're going to come find new stuff. They're going to come to the channel and be like, what is a lock? I got to watch that. And then find out you can play the game. And if a Skylander gets defeated, they're gone. You're like, oh, I've been doing that for years. I didn't know there was a name for it. Or something like that. So it's just a franchise that's slowly surviving because of the people who won't let it die. I said it in the Skylander Boy and Girl rant, and that was the first video Jap featured me in, and that's how we became friends, basically. He featured me and said, the Skylander franchise is not dead unless we let it die. That's the #1 thing. The only way that this channel is going to stop is if YouTube stops me. Not me. YouTube stops me. I got 5-year anniversary coming up next year. Y'all ain't stopping me. I'll fight you. Why am I so aggressive? Is it because I'm Irish? Yeah. I'm Irish, by the way. I'm part Irish. But yes. Hope that works for you, or works for your answer there, Terror Billy. Appreciate the question. As I said, it is a bummer that I'm basically one of the only SkyTubers going right now. But regardless, I'm going to keep going, and that's all that matters. So thank you very much for the question there. I wanted to answer this question so bad, so I'm so stoked about this one. Do you think Skylanders deserves an indie spiritual successor from Spencer Feldman? He also made with some Mega Man elements. Bro, did you not see what happened with Mighty number 9? The game is garbage. It's from the Mega Man creators. No, you don't need an indie spiritual successor because it's not going to be as good. Like, especially if it's a Kickstarter thing where they make all these promises and stuff and it's going to go this and this and that and all this stuff. But, I mean, bro, like, come on now. No, you can't do an indie spiritual successor because of the fact that Mighty number 9 was so bad. And that's what I'm basing this off of. I mean, you listen with some Mega Man elements. I don't know if you're referring to that. But, like, come on, man. No. I don't think it needs an indie spiritual successor. I think it just needs its own. Technically, they had spiritual successors. They had Light Seekers. They had LEGO Dimensions. Starlink. How'd they all go? Thank you for your question there, Spencer Feldman. Hope that didn't anger you. I'm angering a lot of people today, I bet. Portal Zebra 8. This is one of my favorite questions because it's completely random. How do you grind for lots of gold to get upgrades on Imaginators? I just play Mushroom River over and over again. Basically it. I just go out of my way and collect all the stuff. I do the Battle Gong. I just, you know, get gold. A lot of people say do the arena. I think the arena is good for leveling up. But if you're not a sensei or a villain or an Imaginator, I don't think that's going to help you, to be honest. I would suggest going back to the older games and playing with those characters. If you did, I wouldn't play them in Imaginator since they're all nerfed for some reason. But yeah, I would say Mushroom River. I'd just play that one over and over again. That's basically the best way to do it. So yeah, there's your answer. Mushroom River. Thank you for your question, Portal Zebra. I appreciate it. Jet28 with probably the weirdest question of all time. Get married to, be best buds with, and dump one Skylander? Do I have to pick one for all of them? Like, I have to get married to them, then be best buds, and then dump them? Or do I have to pick one Skylander each? I don't know. Because that's weird. Jap, you're weird, man. I think Jap might be Flameslinger the Gamer. Theory. Everybody put on your tin hats. Be best buds with Bash. Obviously, he's my boy. Dump, I would probably throw away Sprocket, because Sprocket's my least favorite. Get married to? Who would I get married to? Who's someone who can teleport? Night Shift. I'll marry Night Shift so he can teleport me to places. How about that? I mean, I'm not wrong. I'll just use him for his body. That's weird. That was weird. Why did I say that? Jap, that was one of the weirdest questions I've ever seen. Very unique question. I'll give you that one. Thank you very much, Jap. I'll see you on the next Shoot in the Breeze. Alienated FOB1, Alienated FOB1, sorry. I found a steel plate to smash it in the box while setting up Christmas decorations. What should I do with it? I'm asking you because you like the earth element. That's probably worth a lot, so put it on display. That's what I did with mine. If you've seen my collection video, I have that one hung up actually along with my other rarer ones that I have. I would say keep it out and put it on display. I wouldn't say open it, especially if it's still in the box. If the box is in good condition, heck yeah, keep it in the box, put it on display, put it up on the wall. Everybody can see. I mean, like, I have some of them still in box here. I have all my steel-plated ones except for steel-plated sprocket, heavy-duty sprocket. I don't have that one. Was there one for Trap Team? Do I have that? Did I open that? I don't remember. Regardless, yeah, keep it in the box if you do. You can still use it in the box, which is really cool. But yeah, don't like give it away or anything. That's probably going to be worth so much. So there you go, Alienated. Hope that helps. Keith Byrne. How did you get started up in Skylands? I'm assuming he means how I started the game. So what I did was I put the PS3, I got Spyro's Adventure PS3, I put the disc in there, then I had to install and do an update, plugged in the portal, put the figure on the portal, and then I started playing the game. Hope that answers your question. I put this one here because I don't really know how to answer it. I don't know if he means like, how did you want to start playing Skylanders, or how I got started up doing my videos. I'm not sure about this one, so basically I'm just going to say how I got started up in the games. I was a Spyro fan. I've always been a Spyro fan. I always will be a Spyro fan. I played the original Spyro back when it came out on PS1. I had the first game. Year of the Dragon is hands down my favorite game of all time. And I mean the original PS1 version, not the remaster. I know, right? Like, Reunited Trilogy isn't even in my top 5 favorite games. Even though it's 3 games in one, no, it's still Spyro Year of the Dragon is number 1. I think there might be a question about video games coming up soon, so I'll discuss that a little bit later. But yeah, I literally got it because I was interested in Spyro, and I saw the Spyro character, and I said, and I quote, "This will either ruin my childhood or continue it." And it did. So that's how I got started with Skylanders, and that's why I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now. My voice is starting to get hoarse and everything because I've been talking so much. Yeah, that's how it goes. Thank you, Keith Byrne, for the question. I 100% appreciate that. And that does it for that. Yay! We are done with the Skylander questions, as far as I know. Yes, we are. We got games, right? We did games? We did do games. Yes, we are done that. Woohoo! I'm going to go to YouTube now because YouTube has the other big ones. I'm literally just going to go down the line here. I think it's perfect. So the big thing is COPA. So, if you guys didn't know, there's a Child Protection Act. I did a video on it. I discussed how you're going to have a lot of problems watching my videos now because of it. As of this moment, I'm not affected. But starting January the 1st, the effect come into play. I may lose my comments, my personalized ads, a lot of stuff like that. So, we're going to do these 3 questions that I'm going to break down my decision about what I'm going to do about it. So, T2 Gaming, since you said it can be related to anything, did your channel get affected? Remember you said maybe your channel will get affected in one video? Also, line that Cool World 12345 said, how do you feel about the changes of YouTube, good or bad? And Jake Stu says, what are you going to do about the thing coming in January? So, I've decided what I'm going to do. If I lose my comments, it sucks. I'm going to be super upset about it. But I think I may do like maybe a Discord or something for you guys to talk about it. I don't use Discord at all. I rarely touch Discord. The only time I used it was when I would do a video for Jap and Shoot in the Breeze, or when I'm checking something from a Pokemon Go community group here. That's it. I can't tell you the last time I opened Discord. I would have probably got to update it. That's how long I haven't touched it. If we need somewhere to communicate, we'll do that. Maybe I might make a Reddit page or something like that to be able to do a comments with it. Because I think I might lose the comments, if anything. As I said, personalized ads, I'm not worried about that. They're more targeted ads for like the people, so I'll get more ads, for example. But again, I've never been in this for the money and never will be. So right now, sitting here and just, thinking about what I'm going to do with it, it's going to be really hard. But as far as I know, I'm going to be continuing the channel. I don't see me stopping. That's the thing. I think the changes are going to be good for the whole setup for YouTube, in example, because unfortunately, there is a very tight ring of pedophiles on YouTube, and it's so simple to find a younger audience. I'm talking to you right now. That came out very wrong, as I just thought about that. I'm not one of those. But I mean, like, it's so easy to find kids' content, and then you see kid commenting, and you can find, kids. It's super simple to find them. So now it's going to make it harder, and I fully understand why they're doing that, and I'm not upset about that. I'm just more upset over the fact that I'm going to be losing my communication to you guys. So I'm still going to make the videos. I'm still going to do it. I'm going to say leave a comment below even though the comments aren't there. That's what I'm going to do. It's one of the reasons why I'm going to be taking out the question of the day for the next locks. I'm just doing subscriber shoutouts because I'll do a question a day. It's like, oh, who's your favorite scholar? Oh, wait, you can't tell me. So, as I said, I'm bummed about it. It sucks that YouTube's got to do that, but in a way, it's good. And it's going to work very well in the future. So, Disney Plus. Oh, jeez, it's been a month. I'm sorry, my phone came up and it flashed, and I was like, what? But it took a payment out for Disney Plus. I was like, oh, wow, I forgot it was that. But I hope that answers the question there, TT Gaming, Cool World, and Jake Studios. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you for the concern. That's the biggest thing about it, is I really appreciate just you guys looking out for me. Because, I mean, I'm assuming you guys want to talk to me as much as I want to talk to you. I mean, that works, right? The next set of questions are about my locks. So, this whole section of YouTube is all about the channel, future ideas, all that stuff. This one's just lock questions. This one I did the first one right away purposely. It's Nico Awesome 551, dude. Can you do a Trap Master lock, please? Trap Team is my favorite game. By the way, Lobstar is my favorite Skylar, so if he dies, I will unsubscribe. Bye! I don't care if you unsubscribe or not. Especially if you threaten me about it. Like, if you just say, oh man, Crash is so terrible. If he kills a Skylander, I'm going to unsubscribe. Or, oh, you don't like this Skylander? If you say you hate him, I'm going to unsubscribe. Bye! I get 1 negative comment to 5 positive comments. That's literally how my channel goes. I post a video and people are talking about how I'm amazing. There was literally a question earlier that said, why are you so awesome? That neutraled out this one. I see those negative comments, I get a huge kick out of them. I usually reply to those comments saying something sarcastic or terrible towards them because I don't care. I'm doing YouTube because I enjoy it. The fan base is the bonus for me. I love coming and talking to you guys about your comments. And I love the fact that people are threatening to unsubscribe. I don't care. Just straight up. As terrible as that is. I will be doing a Trap Master log in the future. Yes, if I kill Lobster and you unsubscribe, sorry. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed the content all the way up till now. Even though this one video where I killed Lobster is, you know, that's it. Oh, I'm done now. I watched his channel for 5 years, but he killed Lobster, so that's it, I guess. I'm a jerk. But yes, as I said, obviously I love you guys watching, but if you're going to threaten to unsubscribe, just unsubscribe and get it over with. Like, I don't want to see the negativity on the channel. I've blocked so many channels because of negativity, because honestly, it's one person. One person is not going to affect the other 4,000 that are on the channel. That's how that goes. So I'm sorry, Nico, or Nico, whatever you want to call him. I'm sorry if you don't like that answer. I'm sorry if I just like ripped you apart for that. And if you unsubscribe for it, I'm sorry. But I mean, I will be doing a Trap Master Live in the future, so you can stay around for that if you want. And if I kill Lobster. Oopsie! Thank you for the question, though. Colin Vert was here. Did I answer? Did I do a question to you? Did I do an extra one? That name sounds familiar. Okay, if this is an extra one, I'm sorry. But this is going to answer another question in the future, too. Are you planning on doing a core lock for every game? Are you also, do you have any other ideas for different locks and challenges you can do? Hashtag Bash Boys. I don't know why hashtag Bash Boys is there. I'm assuming because you're a fan of it. I am going to be doing a core lock in every game, for sure. Except for, you know, the last 2 games, because they don't have cores. They have senseis and, you know, the new old cores. The supercharged lock, that'll be just supercharged lock 2, basically. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Oh, big God. Oh, woo! I didn't sleep at all last night. Here I am doing this video. I am going to be doing a core lock for every game. I won't be doing a core lock for the first game just because of the fact that I'm not going to beat the game with the original 32. That just makes it super easy. So I just got to do a breakdown thing. Did 5 minutes. Wow, I'm going to have to take this video out now soon too. After I finish this question. I will be doing a core lock for every game. I did the Giants one right now, so that's like the new one. I will be doing it with Swap Force. I'll be doing it with Trap Team. The next lock is going to be on Trap Team, but I'm not going to tell you if it's a core lock or a Trap Master lock or a Series 4, the 2, 3, 4 lock, Series lock, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I have lots of ideas for different locks. I mean, there's each element for a lock. I'm thinking of Dragon Lock 2. That's right. I got locks coming for days. Every single day, every single Friday, I can upload a new video for a lock, and then as soon as that lock ends, the next one can start the next week, basically. I have so many ideas for locks. It's never going to stop. As I mentioned, Forgotten 8 lock from Sprouts Adventure. Along with that, there could be, you know, variant locks for every single game. I can do a lock where I just play as the variants in that game. Like, there's just new ideas for locks every single day. Favorites locks, least favorite locks, solo runs, all that. There's so many lock ideas, so I'm going to be doing a lot of those in the future. So keep an eye out for all that. Challenges, I will be doing Challenge the Skylands in the long future. I don't know when I'm going to start that up. Probably the same time I do Skylanders Survivor Series Season 3, which, hope that happens. Quick little cut here now while I save the video, and we start up again. And we're back after a little cut again. So we're going to continue on with Super Syrupy Waffles. We've got Mario, Luigi, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Cuphead in this thing. What locks do you think you'll complete in the future? Boy, I think I'm going to complete every lock. I'm not going to lie. Every single lock I do, I think I'm going to win. Every single time. I might sound a little bit negative at times, be like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Because in the back of my mind, I always have that doubt. But every single lock, I go into it being like, I'm going to win. I'm going to get every single Skylander. They're all going to win. I'm going to beat the game with it. That's what I'm going to do. But, yeah, it never turns out that way, does it? I am in the green for locks, though. I'm ahead of myself. So, I've done 6 locks leading up to here. I'm currently on number 7. I'm 4 for 2. That's pretty good. My lock record right now is in the green. I'm in the good part right now. And hopefully with Giant Lock, hopefully I'll get that one and be 5 to 2. I don't know where I went to 7. That's the 7th lock. That's why. So hopefully I can do that. So as I say, every lock I hope I think I'm going to complete it. Every single lock I do, I'm just like, you know what? This is the one. I'm going to do it. Nectar of the Gods. But yeah, I hope I'm going to complete every lock. Thank you for the question, Super Syrupy Waffles. I hope that answers the question for you there. Todd Kirby, you are a long-time subscriber on the channel, and I appreciate you so much. How did you come up with the idea? How did you come up with the idea for the locks? Basically through Nuzlocke with Pokemon. So there's a thing in the Pokemon franchise. It's called Nuzlocke. What you do is, if a Pokemon is faints, it's considered dead and you can't use it again. You have to either put it in your Pokebox or release it, and you can't use it anymore because it's gone. It's basically just like in real life. If you lose all your health, you're done for. So what I decided to do was do that in Skylanders, but switch it up a little bit. So the regular locks of Pokemon is, you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on a route. So whatever Pokemon it is, if you stumble into the route and you stumble upon a Pidgey, that's the Pokemon you catch. If you make it faint, you can't catch any more Pokemon of that, you gotta continue on. If any time your Pokemon faints in battle, it's gone. Or faints outside. If it disappears for any reason, that's it. You can't use that Pokemon anymore, it's gone. So I decided to use that kind of element with Skylanders and, switch it up a little bit thing to it. So if Skylanders defeat in battle, he's gone for good. And anytime an element switches, I have to switch that element. So I can only stay as that one Skylander until the element switches. So I got to use all their elements and go around for that. So I was like, this is a pretty good idea. And I did like a demo with it. I tried it before I even recorded the first episode of the Dragon Lock. I tried a little bit just on another game. And I was like, man, this is actually pretty good. I was like, I like this idea. I'm like, we'll give it a try. We'll sit down and give it a full playthrough now. And I did give it a full playthrough, and little did I know how that will become like the staple of my channel. Like, y'all love the locks so much. It's one of those series that like I can sit down and just play. I think it's because you guys just like seeing the game or playing the game. And I mean, I am playing it like regular, except there's that added risk of one wrong move and I'm dead. And that's happened numerous times. How many times have I been playing the game and I just do my normal thing and then die? And I'm like, oh. Like, I mean, Swap Lock twice with the Gorilla Rowsell when I hopped up on the thing and Buddy shot me and one-shot me right in the head. I was like, okay. Or the Mini Lock when I lost, what was it, 3 or 4 Skylanders in just one episode? Like, that's how it happens. It could just be one episode you're watching and at the bottom it has all the Skylanders. The next episode you watch, because you said to skip that one, 3 are gone. You're like, what? And then you got to go back and find it because I'm just that bad. So I think that's what I really like about the locks too, is that they're so unique, but it's something that anyone can do. You can do it on your downtime. I did a stream once where I did a core lock just for fun. Like, it's just something anyone can do. It's so cool about it. So that's one thing I really like about the locks. So thank you, Todd Kirby, for that question. That means a lot. You asked me how I came up with the ideas for locks. It's just my general mind just goes running. Like, I came with the Royal Rumble when I was at work one night putting things. I'm like, man, I was like, ring out mode in Skylanders. I'm like, I can do something with the Royal Rumble for that. There you go. McNeely Gamer, could you do a Sensei lock where you use all 31 Senseis and put the difficulty on Nightmare mode just to change it up? Never on Nightmare mode. Nightmare mode is literally named that. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if you're the greatest player in the world. And you're like, I played Nightmare mode and only lost 2 Skylanders. I don't care. You're not me. I'm bad at this game. I could do a Sensei lock, but the Sensei lock would be only with the Senseis, so no villains. So it's not going to be 31 Senseis. That's the thing. Because Chaos wouldn't be part of it. You know, Golden Queen, Bad Juju, Wolfgang, they wouldn't be part of it because they're not Senseis. They're villains. I mean, did you not see Skylanders Survivor Season 1? Come on now. So I can do a Sensei lock, but it would be with, you know, like Wildstorm, Flat Wolf, Pit Boss, those ones. But I won't put on Nightmare mode. The highest I'll ever go is hard. Because Nightmare is just too stressful. I will only play Nightmare just to finish the game and get the achievement. That's literally it. I don't play it for any other reason. I will not go and play Nightmare mode just because it's fun. No, it's dumb. Nightmare mode is dumb. It's just anger. I don't like getting angry at video games, especially games I like. So there's no point. So yeah, I will not do it on Nightmare mode, but I will be doing a Sensei lock at some point in the future with the Senseis and the Villain lock in the future with just the villains. But I'll be doing it on hard mode. So I hope that doesn't upset you. But thank you, McNeely Gamers. I appreciate that. Oh, we're done that. Cool. Next to the series. So this is just a little mini one where we talk about upcoming series. Like people have ideas like, oh, are you going to do this on the channel? Or here's an idea for that or something like that. We're going to start off with the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Lightning Star SC. He's the one who does those amazing templates. I mean, if you look at this, look at that. He did this. He did this. You see that? He did that. You the best. You the best, Lightning Star. You the best. Are you still open to fan-requested, fan-made Skylander quizzes? If so, how can we get some to you? I'm going to say yes, but honestly, I don't know when I'll be able to do it, to be completely honest. Maybe in the new year I might be able to do sometimes. The best thing is through my email. So I have an open email, askcrashtheskylands@gmail.com. It's in the description. It's always down there every time. That is a 24-hour email. You can message me anytime. I might not reply right away, and I apologize. Sometimes I see the email and I may be working, and then I kind of delete, like not delete it, but like get rid of the notification and forget to actually look at it. So I 1000% apologize if I don't look at it or respond right away. I do try to reply to every single email, so sorry about that if I don't reply or anything like that. But yes, that's probably the best way to get it to me, unless you have it made on, like, say, Sporkle. If you have a website where you can make a quiz, yeah, of course, do that and then send me the link. So send me do the quiz, send me the link through my email or Twitter or Instagram. Actually, Twitter probably. So my Instagram is actually not YouTube related. My Instagram, just like my Facebook, please don't try to find me on Facebook. A couple of you have. Please don't. My Instagram is my own thing. That's a whole other thing. I'm not Crash the Skylands on Instagram, even though I have a couple of Crash the Skyland posts and I have my link to my YouTube. It's not YouTube related. So, like, you can go follow me on there. Of course, I only post pictures of animals, of my animals. That's basically it. But yeah, just send me the link wherever you want. If you make it on a website, or you can send to me if it's notepads or something, like do one side being the questions, one side being the answers, you know? And maybe I'll come, you tell me a punishment to do with it too if I get some wrong or something. So yeah, that's how it goes. Thank you, Lightning Star, for everything, just in general. Thank you for just being a good friend. iChaos, when are you going to do another giveaway? I do completing your collection basically twice a month, at least. Usually. It seems like I usually do about 2 a month. Depending on the time frame and all that too, I usually do about 2. I just finished the other one. I just sent the package off to them. I did not email them. Speaking of me not checking my emails, I didn't email saying that it's on the way. It's going to Finland, so it's going to be a while, especially now with that Christmas on the go. So yeah, I basically do it 2 or 3 times a month, depending on how it is. We complete your collection. I just posted that video showing all the new Skylanders I just got for it. Yeah, it's going to be very simple. It's a very simple thing. You just enter with Gleamio. I do break down the rules and stuff. It's just because I don't want to deal with the headaches of, like, someone, I'm waiting around for someone. That's the #1 thing. Like, I'm just like, if you don't know if you can't enter, if you can enter, don't enter. Like, I don't have time to waste, to be completely honest, because I want to get the thing sent out to you. I want to pack it up and get it together and send it out so I can start up a next giveaway, because I don't want to send out, well, I don't want to have someone waiting on me and then get another giveaway going. That's one of the reasons why it takes so long in between to do them, because I'm waiting on certain people to, like, respond to something or for me to send it off to them, you know? Luckily, I work in the mall that there's a post office where I can, you know, throw a package in there quickly. I just go to the lineup, goes there. They know me now, for God's sakes. I send them to the most random places. Like, one time I'm sending it just down the road to Jap, and then someday I'm sending it to Finland. So yeah, I do giveaways twice a month, basically, so just keep an eye for Complete Your Collection. There's not going to be any other giveaways, basically, for Complete Your Collection. It's going to be the only big one. But yeah, hope that answered your question. Thank you, iChaos. Kwani, what is your favorite series in your channel? In the channel or on the channel? Oh, I don't know. My throat's starting to hurt, guys, not gonna lie. I'm still gonna survive. I've talked longer than this in my life. My favorite series on the channel that I've ever done? Probably Crash is Curious. Because that was just my brain being what it is. I have ADHD. I'm always thinking of stuff over and over again. And my general curiosity was, there's stuff that supposedly I'm a big Skylar fan, I'm supposed to know half these questions. So people got mad at me for writing them half the time. But I was genuinely curious. I'm like, what would happen if I did this or I used this in the game? I was like, because like the Empire of Ice, I was like, that's for series or Spyro's Adventure. What would happen if I put it on Imaginators? Like, I was genuinely curious. I even had no clue what it would say if you put Donkey Kong or Bowser onto like the PlayStation 3 versions of Superchargers. I had no clue what that was going to say. Didn't know what it would say if you took an old Skylar and put it on the, or new Skylar and put it on the old games. I had no clue if the Series 3 or 4 worked on the first games. Like, it was just general curiosity for me. And that's what I loved about it. I loved just sitting there and just piquing my curiosity. And then the best thing was when people were just like, oh my god, I never even thought about that either. And then they watch the video and they're like, oh wow, that's really cool. I didn't know that could happen. So, like for myself, when my mother-in-law messaged me, messaged me about doing with the Giants, I'm like, oh, they'll work in Spyro's Adventure. And I'm like, and so will the older characters. So like, she could have used Mega Ray Spyro, but he would have been regular Spyro in the games. So, haha, my Spyro now. But yeah, that's one thing I really liked about that. Of course, the locks are some of my favorites too. I love just sitting there playing the game, just doing a regular playthrough and just making it a little bit tougher. Royal Rumble, absolutely love filming the Rumble. It's so much fun. The first time I did it with Dover was fantastic. The second time with my girlfriend, it was insanely fun. The third one is coming up next year. I think I'm going to be working along with her again for it, but it's going to be very different. It's going to be more story-driven, like the actual Royal Rumble and like the WWE. They have more stories added into it, so I think I'm going to be doing that with it, so I think I'm going to make it a little more creative. I think that'll be very fun. So yeah, those are definitely my 3 favorite series. Top 5s are coming back in a one-time only thing next year. Hope that answers your question there, Kwani. Thank you for being a long-time subscriber. And Roblox Fun, I think this is the last one. Yes. Will you ever do other videos? No. And the reason why is because y'all won't watch them. And I know I'm not the view guy. I always talk about, oh, I'm not doing it for the views. I'm not doing it for the money and all that. But I mean, it's kind of nice when you make a video and people watch it, you know? Especially when I work hard on. I see videos popping up on my time hop, and it's my Pokemon Gold Nuzlocke. I love doing that video. I love making those and doing the Nuzlocke. Pokemon Gold is my favorite game of all time, and I did a Nuzlocke on it, which, you know, a lock on the channel. I'm kind of inspired by it. And it sucks that those videos maybe got 20 views, when my videos now get 20 views in only a couple minutes. So it sucked. So that's why I stopped doing it. I was like, you know what? Y'all are here for Skylander content. I'll give you Skylander content. If I want to make other content, I'll just message my other friends and do it over there. Like my friends Millen and Spikus. Spikus does Pokemon content. Millen does the other content. I played Trouble in Terrorist... what was it? Not Trouble in Terrorist Town? I did that one before. Town of Salem with him. I did a live stream with him a long time ago. And once I get a better computer, I'm probably going to be playing more games with him. And we're probably going to be doing a lot more stuff on their channel. So... that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping in the future I'll be able to sit down and do playthroughs with them on their channel. So if you guys want to go watch Pokemon, you can go check out a brand new YouTuber that I'm friends with, and you get to watch content from me, and you get a brand new YouTuber to watch. So like, it's a win-win. So that's why. That's the reason I'm not doing other videos on the channel, is because there's kind of no point, because y'all won't watch them. So what's the point, right? Thank Thank you for the question there, Roblox Fun. We're still going through it. This one's called Starting. This is basically the questions where we talk about how I started my YouTube channel, or how you can start your own YouTube channels and stuff. Which we're starting out with this comment purposely with Nord YouTube. Can you feature my channel? I do Skylanders too. And I'm skipping to the next one because no, I don't do shoutouts. I have gotten here to where I am on YouTube by never pushing myself onto anyone. I got to where I am by just being me, not promoting myself anywhere, not going on to other channels, being like, hey dude, I do content too, you should check out my channel, maybe we can collab sometime. I've never done that. I've never been one to do that. Back when I was younger, when I was trying to get super famous from it, I was like, no. Of course, I'm going to go and message all these people. I'm like, hey, maybe I can collab with PewDiePie. No. Right now, I do what I do because I enjoy it and you enjoy it. And I'm real with you. This whole video has been me being real with you. And probably a lot of you are getting mad at me about it, and I apologize. I don't do promotion on channel when it comes to that. When I did my old giveaways, I used to literally have a random channel that you can go check out, and I'd say, oh, subscribe to that channel if you want to get more votes, even though, or get more entries, even though you didn't actually get entries. It was just a trick. But that was the way I did it because I thought those SkyTubers are up and coming, which they are. They're some of the only ones that are with me doing this now. So, of course, yes. If y'all know this guy, go watch his videos. You might enjoy them, but I will not ever do a feature for anyone. I won't do a shout out when it comes to that. I do shout out for, you know, the people who have been with me for a long time, not just these random people starting up. I apologize for that, and this is where you go, Crash, you're saying the Skylar franchise dying, but you won't promote the other ones. Yes, because I got to where I am by not promoting it, so that means you can too. Thank you for your question. Ballistic Blaze 72. When and why did you start making videos on YouTube? I started in 2006. When YouTube first started. There was a website called Tagged that I used to go on. I met a couple friends from there. And they used to put links to YouTube videos on there. And I remember watching these weird videos from like Gmod and stuff like that, I think it was. I think it was Gmod. Was Gmod out back then? There was something along the lines of that, and I seen videos, and it was linked to YouTube. So I'd go to YouTube and look at it, I'm like, oh, this is a video uploading thing. So I was getting into the early stages of making videos, and I used to make slideshows of pictures and put music on top of them. So my first ever video upload to YouTube was a slideshow of AJ Styles from TNA Wrestling with the song Like an Angel by Rise Against. That was my first ever YouTube video that I uploaded. After that, I did another slideshow of the TNA superstar at the time, Rhino. I think he's TNA again now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really far back with wrestling now. So I did that with 1X by 3 Days Grace, I think it is. And after that, I did vlogs, basically. I started becoming a vlogger. My first ever YouTube channel was called The Carson Network. Because if y'all don't know, my real name is Carson, not Crash. Boom. Spoilers. So what I did was I turned that into like a TV channel. Like, I would just post random videos. That didn't go over. I started a channel called Surreal Life Wrestling. I was going to become a wrestling channel, and hilariously, that channel started going over well, and if it wasn't for the fact that I used to post copyrighted content and I got my channel deleted because of it, I'd probably still be using that channel today. And then I did Crashing Success. That's my PlayStation 3 username, actually, for the PlayStation Network on that. Crashing Success is my name. After that, I deleted that channel and continued on what I was doing with it under Pushpin Poster. Pushpin Poster was going on for a few years. I did a gaming channel called Pushpin Gamer. Pushpin Gamer went over better than Pushpin Poster. I deleted Pushpin Poster, became Pushpin Gamer. Pushpin Gamer got screwed over by a company called RPM Networks. They wouldn't let me out of my contract. They used to feed me subscribers but not give me views. I had over 1,000 subscribers but only get maybe 10 views per video. I tried to get on my account. They said no. I said, screw you guys. I deleted the channel instead. And here we are. Crash Skylands literally was a channel where I said I'm not going to sell my soul ever. I did the thing with Skylar Ring of Heroes this time last year. I was joined up with them. I was happy to be a partner. But then after I did my videos, I straight up said, I'm like, you know what? I'm not happy with it. They messaged me about it. We discussed it like human beings. We decided to cancel my partnership with them. I apologize for it. I love and support all the people that come to us. Well, not anymore, sorry. But, I mean, the one that I had, shout out to the person who was helping out with it. She was fantastic. So, and like right now, that's why you don't see me doing ads. I've had 3 sponsorship opportunities. I said no to all of them because not only do I not enjoy it, I know you won't. PUBG messaged me. Like, PlayerUnknown Battleground. They released the mobile thing. They asked a couple people to do a playthrough video for the channel. I said, sorry, my channel's Skylander content. My people won't like it. I could have made some money off of that. I'm waiting for Raid Shadow Legends. Come on over. I crap on mobile games all the time. Come on. I had someone message me asking me if I would like to get a new intro because they make professional intros. So that made me really upset because it made me think my intro's terrible. You know what? I ain't ever changed it. Crash to Skylands 2017 one is going to be the only intro forever now. But yes, I started making videos because I have a passion and a creativity for videos. That's literally how it is. It's nothing different about it, nothing crazier about it. I just like producing content. And now with you guys, it's actually going over huge. I love talking about Skylander content. I love making Skylander content. That's how I did it. I did it because I wanted to do it. When I was younger, I wanted to be famous, but now I just do it because it's fun. I've grown up. Don't ever do anything because you want to be famous. Do it because you enjoy it, and the people will come that way. Thank you very much, Ballistic Blaze, for the question there. Golden Freddy, how did you start your channel? I'm going to talk about Crash to Skylands. So as I said with Pushman Gamer, I killed off the channel because it was upsetting me. The fact that I'd be producing all this content and I thought it was good and I get maybe 10 views with 1,000 subscribers, and that's when I realized something was wrong. So when I tried to get on my contract, they basically said no, and I said, well, screw you guys, and deleted the whole channel. Took a little bit of time off to think about it. I posted one video saying, Pushman Gamer's done. I'm deleting the channel. I'm deleting all the videos. I'm sorry for anyone who's going to miss it. I will be back soon. I'm like, follow my Twitter and I'll give you the new channel. Which decided to do a Skylander channel because I felt like it was something, at the time Trap Team was just coming out, or it had just come out not that long ago. It was a couple months if I'm not mistaken. So I was like, you know what? I got Skylanders. I'll talk about Skylanders and do top 10s. I'll do some playthroughs, tips and tricks, all that stuff. Here we are. I literally did it, and my main goal was to, make Skylander content. My first year, I never even had 100 subscribers. I think, no, I didn't. No, my first year, I did not have any 100 subscribers. It was when I did Imaginators. I got up to 100, and that's when the channel started growing. Last year, no, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. I actually thought about quitting the channel. I thought about giving it up. But then, decided to brush that off. Hit 2,000 subscribers literally a month later. And now I'm at 4,000. Coming up to 4,500. Blows my mind. Because I'm just sitting here talking about something I enjoy. Something I don't know a lot about. Let's be honest here. I know enough. And I'm creative and people like to listen to me ramble on. A lot of people think I'm really funny. I don't know why. I just think I'm really ugly. But yeah, I just started the channel because I enjoy making this content. That's literally why. And I enjoy that you guys are here with it. So that's how I started my channel, Golden Freddy. Thank you so much for the question. Dion239, why did you start YouTube? P.S. I love your videos. Thank you so much, Dion. I love seeing those kind of comments. I started doing YouTube because I was generally curious. I saw people posting content. I had an idea in my mind. I'm like, let's just give it a try. Just post a video and just see what happens. And you post a video and you start seeing views. And you're, at the time of YouTube, the views really mattered. Like, the most subscribed channel when I first started on YouTube was maybe 10,000 subscribers. And now here's PewDiePie with 100 million. So think about that for a minute. I only started out of general curiosity. I just did it just to post a video and see what it was like. Once the real life wrestling started actually taking off, because I was posting, gameplay content. At this time, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was a big thing. So I would post videos of me trying to find the legends like Bigfoot and Leatherface and the Loch Ness Monster and all that. People would go and watch them, and I'd edit the videos pretty well for what it was. I haven't improved that much. I have, actually. So, I just did it out of general curiosity, and here we are today. From 2006 to 2019. 13 years. Technically, I've been doing YouTube for 13 years. Crash to Skylands is coming out in its 5th year, so think about that. Pushing Poster, I was at 4 years, basically. But yeah, that's why I did YouTube, because I was generally curious. And the only reason I continue that is because of you guys. Look at the last words in those comments. That's why I do it. Thank you so much, Dion. I really appreciate that comment. Jario Speed. Ha, this is a perfect segue. What keeps you motivated to make these videos? By the way, love your videos. You answered your own question, Jario Speed. It's you guys. The only reason I even came back to YouTube last year when I said I was thinking about quitting was because you guys wanted me to. You guys missed me, and I knew for a fact that I could take a month or two off. And then when I post the video, y'all will be there. Y'all will be watching and waiting. And even in that time, there's going to be new people popping up and watching the videos. I just know that. I know that you guys watching this are the reason I'm doing this content. I absolutely loved talking to you guys every single day, posting a video and just chatting with you guys. Just taking, you know, the time out of your day to come say hi to me, basically. Or my videos have helped you. Some people said, like, I've been having a terrible day, and then you uploaded. And that just warms my heart. My cold, dead heart rebeats itself again. It's just great that I feel like I'm doing something to help you out in your life. Like, you can be having the worst day of all time, and then you see Crash the Skyline uploading a lock. You got 20 minutes of distracting yourself from life that's going on. And that's what happened with me. I could be having a terrible day, and then I watch a YouTube video, and I start laughing so hard. Like, Funhouse is one of my favorite channels. I could sit there and watch their videos for hours on end. I can be in the worst mood ever, and I will die laughing at them. Because that's what content does. If you enjoy the content, it's going to make you feel good. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel motivated to do that stuff. And the reason that I get motivated for these videos is a comment like this. This exact comment right here. What keeps you motivated to make these videos? By the way, love your videos. It's you guys. You watch them right now. I know that's corny. I know that's sad. And that's also the last question of that one. The rest. I know it's the rest. Yeah, it's just you guys watching the videos keep me going. And I'm going to keep doing this content because of that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the rest. These are just 3 questions I didn't really know what to do, so I'm just going to put these at the end. So I need to take a quick drink again, so my throat's starting to hurt. Crash, you know you can take a little bit of break in between. I can't. Once I get this done, I got to put it into processing. I got to have a shower, then I got to go to Walmart. Then I got to clean the guinea pigs. Then I got to do laundry. Then I got to set up, make my bed, and put new sheets on there. Like, I got a lot to do today. I'm a busy boy. 2 Booger Face, the lamest of the lame. I recognize this name. Are you going to ever stop doing Skylanders content? If so, what would you switch your content to or stop making altogether? Personally, I'd love to see you do other things, most likely because I've kind of outgrown Skylanders, but you're a pretty cool guy. You go to the next question. If Skylanders didn't exist, what would your channel be about? And last but not least, will you ever quit doing Skylanders videos? Saturn and Owen Mason. This has always been a thing that's been on the back of my mind. I know right now Jap28 has converted over to Pokemon cards. And I feel like if I were to ever stop making content, I would do Pokemon content. Because it's something that I feel like I know a lot about. But I'm not into competitive side. I just do like maybe ROM hacks or something. But I wouldn't feel the same doing it. As weird as that is. I could see me, I was actually thinking about doing a second channel where I did Pokemon content. And if you wanted to see Pokemon content, you can come over to that one. But I barely have time to do this channel right now, let's be honest here. So, right now, I don't see me stopping doing Skylander content, again, unless YouTube stops me. I don't think I'm ever going to quit doing the content unless YouTube stops me. Because the locks are never going to stop. Crash Smash is the E-Series going to continue. Honestly, Half Hour still got 2 years left of it. Basically. So I don't see me stopping there. Along with that, you got the Royal Rumble, the Every Ranked series. You got the Odds and Ends. I got 2 new series coming out in the new year with, hopefully in the new year, with Some of the Darkness, the Challenge of Sky, and Skylander Survivors coming back. Like, I don't see me making content, stopping content anytime soon, again, unless YouTube stops me. If my channel didn't exist, if Skylanders didn't exist, I'd probably do Pokemon content. I did gameplay in the other one. I did like Minecraft and all that odds and ends. But like, Pokemon was my #1 thing. I've always been a fan of Pokemon. I always will be a fan of Pokemon. That's why I got this giant poster right here. That's why I got the Delibird right there. That's why I got the Pop Vinyls right there. That's why I got this Oddish here. I was trying to figure out another Pokemon thing I had right here, but I don't really have a lot of... Oh, I got a Bulbasaur over there. I got these rats. I got a Venusaur. I got a Gyarados. Like, I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon as much as I love Skylanders. So... if my channel exists, I do Pokemon. Will you ever quit doing Skylander videos? Only if YouTube stops me. That's the only way I'm going to be stopping doing this content. Just straight up honesty. There's your honesty half hour. Your honesty hour. God, this video is long. I apologize. You should just watch this in the background, to be completely honest. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. There's not much I can go into it. I don't think I'm ever going to stop unless YouTube makes me. If I were to switch, I would go to Pokemon. If not, I'd probably stop in general. It's either Skylanders, Pokemon, or nothing. How about that? Thank you, Boogerface, Owen Mason, and Saturn for your questions. 100% appreciate that. We are done the YouTube section and the Skylanders section. All we have left is in real life and miscellaneous. There's still a lot of in real life questions, and there's a handful of miscellaneous. There's still a lot of questions left. I think we're going to do a quick cut here now. We're going to open this one up, though. We're going to do a quick cut here now and get started with this one in a minute. We're going to kind of tear through this because this video is getting very long. If I do have to talk a little bit more of them, I will. But yeah, we're going to do a quick cut here now and continue on to these questions. Alright, quick little cut. You're going to hear it in my mouth. Have a haul. My throat is really starting to hurt. Been talking a lot. So, I apologize if you hear like a weird sucking noise and stuff, or a candy clinking around, because that's literally it. I have a haul in my mouth so I can, not die. We're the in real life questions now, so this is just like questions related to me personally and all that stuff. We're going to go through this pretty quickly. There's not a lot really discussion for half of them. So the biggest one, or the first one, sorry, random randomness. Have you ever had a dog or cat? Yes to both. I currently have a dog. She's not technically mine. That's the thing about it. Like, I didn't adopt her, I didn't buy her, I didn't anything like that. I've basically inherited her from the girlfriend. You'll probably see her in the future. The dog, not the girlfriend, sorry. Her name is Maggie. She is a Beagle mix. She's beautiful. I absolutely love how cute she is. She's a nuisance. She's a nonsense. And I love her so much. She is a adopted dog. We're not sure the age. The girlfriend thinks around 4 now. So we know her gotcha day. We don't know her actual birthday. But yeah, I go over there every weekend. The dog loves me. I love her. She's loved me before I've loved her. So that's how it goes. So I do have a dog now, technically. I do say it's my dog. We basically say it's Dad. So I'm Dad. Yay! But I have had cats. When I was born, my mother already had a cat named Pepper. He was a orange, fluffy cat. She got him from Ontario when she was living over. She was literally walking home from work one day and saw this cat in the window. She happened to just slow down and look, and she saw this orange cat. She literally said she instantly fell in love with it. She went home. She talked to her dad about it. Well, her dad. My dad. Her husband, well, not husband, boyfriend at the time, and she went back, because I think Dad said no, and my mother is very stubborn, so of course she went back. She said, I'm not getting that, so she went back and bought the cat. Pepper lived for 19 years. He ended up getting a tumor in his stomach, and Mom had to put him down. It was a very hard day. I remember coming home from school that day. I saw Mom get out of the car and didn't take her carrier out, so that's how I knew he was gone. There was a big gap in between pets at the time. We got another cat later on. We finally convinced Mom. We decided to adopt a cat from the SPCA. Her name was, we decided to call her Abby. A-B-B-Y. She was this beautiful cat. I can't get over how beautiful this cat was. She was super fluffy. She had so many different colors. She had this perfect face. And she was so photogenic. Anytime we take a photo, she'd look and just be like, and super perfect every time. We let her out one day to use the bathroom. Well, I let her out one day to use the bathroom, and she disappeared. She didn't come back, and we have no clue what happened to her. I was devastated. I said I wanted a cat. I really missed her. I wanted another one. So after about 2 months in, my mom said, she's like, listen, she's like, if you want a cat, you're going to have to do it for yourself. Like, adopt it with your money. And I was like, fine with me. So I was like, you're going to have to get a neuter and stuff too. I'm like, fine with me. So, went to the SPCA, looked around. There was this beautiful short-haired cat. Her name was Felicity. I remember her specifically because she used to jump up on my leg and rub up against me, and I'm like, oh, she's pretty good. I'm like, she might be the one. And my mom's like, she's like, why don't we just check out the males? Just go to the males just to see what they have there. And we looked on the website earlier, and we saw a bunch of them, and went to the male one, and when we went there, this black cat walks out. And I looked, and I was like, Mom, there's a black cat. And my mom loves black cats. And so, of course, I went to pick him up, and he basically jumped to my arms. I put him on my shoulder. He got up to my shoulder and just immediately started rubbing into me. And I started tearing up, and my mom was like, well, he's the one. So After we're like, okay, we decided that's it. We're getting this black cat. He's perfect. We went in and talked to him, found out that he's not on the website because, unfortunately, he was found in a house. The people had moved. They left him in a closet with a little bit of food and water. When the new people moved in to clean up stuff, they found him in there. So these people had him and just left him there and moved. So they didn't have the picture on the website because they didn't want the other people to find him, basically, because they didn't want him to go back to an abusive family. Found out his name was Jinx. We weren't keeping that name. He became Simon. Simon was the greatest cat of all time. He unfortunately was hit by a car early last year, right before his 10th birthday. Someone hit him with his car and they kept driving. If I were to ever find out who did that, I would hit them with a car and then keep driving. So yeah, those, I don't think I'm ever going to get another cat too. My parents definitely aren't. The girlfriend's not a big fan of cats, plus I also have a bunch of rodents. I'm a rodent guy. I currently have 5 mice, 1 rat, 1 guinea pig, 2 betta fish, 1 hamster. I'm good. So yes, that answers your question there. I currently have a dog, technically, and I've had 3 cats in my lifetime, and they've all been perfect. Thank you for your question. Thanacorn. Oh god. Shivat Zanukal? Are you academically strong in math? I am terrible in math. So I apologize, you did ask a bunch of questions, so I just picked the first one you asked, which was this one. I'm not academically strong in math. I'm terrible in math. I'm terrible at numbers. I can barely count to 10. 1, 3, 5. See, I screwed it up already. God bless calculators. God bless automatic fill-out things. Like, I would not be able to do them. I am so bad at math. I had a job application at Kent. It was, this is like a warehouse type store. I did the regular interview process. I did the skills, all this stuff. I wrote out all the questions. It was awesome. Then they gave me a math thing. I failed the interview because I got every single question wrong. There was 5 questions. I got them all wrong. We weren't allowed to use a calculator. We had to use our head. I can't do that. I basically guessed them all. I'm not good at math. I'm good in English. You've seen it from my creativity when I write and I talk. I'm an English guy, even though I said I'm Irish earlier. But that answers that question there. Thank you, Tanacorn Chicklets. The Game Sharp 64. How was your day? Not the day this was asked, but the day you made the Q&A. Ah, that's an interesting, refreshing question. Today's 19th. I woke up at 7 a.m. because my roommate, I think she might have dropped something and it woke me up and I couldn't fall back to sleep. I've been recording this video since I got up at 9:30. Watched a couple YouTube videos and I'm doing this. And my throat hurts. And that's a lot to do today. I'm doing great! Thanks for asking. No, overall, my life is fantastic right now. My day today is going to be good. I can feel it. I mean, I'm going to Walmart after this. Walmart's awesome. I love Walmart so much. We're going to go up there, do a little bit of shopping for myself. Not even Christmas, for myself. Getting some bagels and some lettuce. Maybe some Pokemon cards. And some toilet paper. Oh yeah. Then I gotta do some laundry and just some odds and ends around the house. So it's gonna be a good day. I can feel it's gonna be a good day. So thank you very much for asking me how my day is. How is your day, Game Shark? I'd like to know. Thank you so much for the question. I really appreciate that one. Scorpion 345. What is your favorite food? Tacos. I absolutely love tacos. And every time I say tacos, someone's like, "Oh, hard shell or soft shell?" I'm like, a hard shell over a soft shell, because then you got 2 tacos. Because think about it. You use a plate. Use the soft shell as a plate. You eat a hard shell on top of it, it'll crack and fall apart. You do that to like 2 or 3, then you got a 4th taco. Because you take the pieces you got, wrap up the soft taco, and eat it like that. Life hack. I love tacos so much. I absolutely love it. I put basically everything on it except for sour cream because I actually have this weird thing going on my stomach. Sour cream, ranch, Alfredo, stuff like that. I can only use a small amount because for some reason it makes me stomach sick. I don't know why, but it does. So basically I'll put everything on. I'll put cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, salsa. Jalapenos I'm a little iffy. I'm not a big fan of jalapenos because they're not really that tasty. Banana peppers though, heck yeah. But yeah, I usually just normally do the ground beef with lettuce, salsa, and cheese. That's usually what I do, just a basic, quick one, and I just eat it over a soft shell. That's my favorite food. Absolutely love that. Thanks so much, Scorpion, for that question. I love tacos. Now I want tacos. Thank you. Capeland Cove connection. Capeland Cove, I think. I actually didn't read the actual second part of the question. It says, where do you live? And I'm like, I think Capeland Cove is here in Newfoundland. Okay, I'm from Newfoundland. I currently live in St. John's. That's the capital city here in Newfoundland. Newfoundland is part of Canada. If you look at the Canadian map, right on the far side, there's a little island. That's Newfoundland. St. John's is right at the bottom end of it, basically. It's a capital city. I don't know the amount of people here. There's a lot of people here. I've been living here for now 10 years. I moved back in September 2009. It's now December 2019. I've been living here for 10 years now. Living on my own, basically. I do, you know, I rent a room, or I rent a house with a roommate and stuff of that too. But I mean, it's great. I live in St. John's. I've been here for a long time. I've been working ever since. I've just had jobs ever since. I went to school last year. But yeah, I live here in St. John's. And I noticed, because it says Capeland Cove, I'm assuming you're from Capeland Cove, which is here in Newfoundland, which brings me to a mini story. I actually had my first ever fan encounter. I was at work the other day, and he came in. He said, "You look really familiar." And I said, "I'm like, you do?" He's like, "Do you make YouTube?" And I said, "I do." And he literally stopped and went, "Crash the Skylands." So shout out to Parker Murphy. That's your name. You made my entire year. I never thought in my, 13 years doing YouTube I would ever meet a fan. And you made my day. It was amazing. I couldn't get over it. It was such a cool experience just to meet you. He wanted a photo, shook my hand, a high five and everything. It was one of those super awkward situations, but it was so awesome. I couldn't believe that I got to actually talk to a fan and meet someone in real life. So it's possible, guys. I'm real. You can ask Parker Murphy. So thank you, Capeland Cove Connection. I live in St. John's, Newfoundland. So if you're ever out here, if you see me, come say hi. That's what I say too. Regardless if you happen to see me in real life, please come say hi. You will make my entire year. Because just to know that you're a fan and know that someone watching is actually a real person, it just means a lot. I don't care what I'm up to. If I look grumpy or in general, even if I'm working, if you see me at my job, please come say hi. I would love to meet you guys. It'll just mean the world to me for you to do that. Thanks so much for the question. Krith King, your boy! He won a contest. I think he might have won one of the first contests on the channel. Krith King, what country would you go to if you had the time and money? Germany during Oktoberfest. Oh, excuse me. My bucket list, my number one is go to Germany during Oktoberfest. I would love to go there. I'm not a party person. I'm not even a big drinking person, but I know for a fact that that would be the coolest time of my life. They have 50-cent beer there. They have sausages and popcorn and beer nuts galore. I love all those things. Germany is borderline there with Ireland when it comes to that stuff. So I'd love to go to Germany for sure. Another place I'd love to is just go to, London, England. Just go to the UK. And I would also love to go to Australia and hug a koala. Those are my three biggest places for sure. Hug a koala is on my bucket list. I'm going to be doing that in the future for sure. That would be my go-tos for sure, any of those options. So yeah, that's the country I would go to. But number one is Germany during Oktoberfest. So thank you very much, Krith King. If I'm not mistaken, I think you are German. If I'm not, and I just offended you, I'm very sorry. You can punch me in the face when I come to Germany. He's not even German, why'd you say that? Roman! This is a long-time subscriber too. What is the most embarrassing moment of your life you can remember? Oh, jeez. So one thing you'll I guess you may have learned about me is that I don't care about other people's opinions, so I don't really get embarrassed. I've had awkward moments. I'll tell you about one awkward moment. It's not really embarrassing, it's more awkward, and we all blew it off after it was a joke. It was just ooh. But it was one of those ugh moments. So I was walking past work, and I was at work, and there was two of my coworkers. There was Vicky and Scotty. And I had me walking by, and Scotty was talking to Vicky, and he was just he was like, "Oh yeah, we got to get her." He's like, "Oh yeah, and got to get the dress ready." And I was like, "Oh, did you dress for the Christmas dance?" And he's like, "No, for my dead mother's funeral." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Ooh." I'm like, I feel so bad. He's like, no. He's like, no. He's like, don't worry about it. He's like, you didn't know. He's like, you were just making a joke. He's like, don't worry about it. But man, I felt so dang bad. I still think about that moment to this day. I was just like, ooh. Like, of all things, people be like, oh, a dress for your Christmas dance? And they'd be like, no, for my dead mother's funeral. I was like, oh, that hurt. As I say, that wasn't more embarrassing. That was just more awkward. I don't really have embarrassing moments because I don't get embarrassed. That's the thing. So I hope that suffices. A very awkward moment, if that works. So thank you very much, Roman, for the question. Thank you for being a long-time subscriber, like always. Bear, how do we grow that sexy hair though that gets all the girls? Well, what you do is you go to your local hair salon. You tell them to shave it on the sides. This is exactly what I do. Not even joking. So this is my haircut. Like, this is just woke up hair. I just woke up like this. I woke up in beast mode. Shave down the sides with a 1 razor. Number 1, that's the shortest it'll go because my hair grows back super thick. Trim the hair on the top to make it a little bit shorter and thin it out. That's my hair. And then I wake up every day and I wash it basically every single day. That's it. That's how you get that sexy hair though that gets all the girls. Even though the only girl I want is my girlfriend. So, oh yeah. And she likes it. She likes me regardless. She loves my long shaggy hair. She likes my short shaggy hair. She ain't hard to please. I mean, she's dating me, so. Hope that answered your question, Bear. Good luck with your sexy hair, Bear. Poppy Soppy with a really funny icon. Are you happy with your life? Yes, I am extremely happy with my life. When it comes to my relationship with my girlfriend, I'm super happy with that. My work life is fantastic, and my outside life is even better. I love the fact that, I have this exact perfect level of everything. So, like, work's going great, life's going great, girlfriend's going great, social life is going great, everything's going great. Like, I can say everything is perfectly fine right now. It can always get better, and it can always get worse. But right now, I'm so content with my life. I'm so happy where I am. Financially, I'm secure. Socially, I'm secure. I'm good. Like, I'm honestly super good right now. So you don't got to worry about it. I know I talked about it not long ago. Like, it was last year where I talked about how, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And now I'm really happy with it. So there's always an up. That's the thing. If you're really upset right now, just know that there's no other way but up. I'm living proof. Funny, I was depressed only 5 years ago. Gift that one. Thank you, Poppy Sabi, for the question. I appreciate that one. Infinite V, do you have any musical talent, like play an instrument or sing? Both. By the time this video comes out, I will already have You Want to Make a Skylander release, which is my song. You want to make a Skylander? Just come on, it will be fun. We can make a really strong one, or even maybe a silly one. I sing. I've been singing since I was in high school. I learned how to play bass in high school. I'm okay at bass. I can do, your normal bass lines if I have tabs to follow along with. I can do a little bit of drums. I'm not the best drummer out there, and I never will be. And I definitely won't. Oh, she's so sweet. Okay, sorry, my girlfriend just sent me a photo of a dog. Sorry, drop everything, dog. So yeah, I do have that. Singing is my number one thing, though. I can sing, I can scream, I can do your death growls, like that stuff. Shouldn't have done that with my bad throat. That's why I can do Wildstorm. So good. Yeah. So yeah, that's my musical talent. Hope I answered your question. I did release an album last year, but I took it down from YouTube. I'm actually might be working on a sequel next month. Duracell. Next question is Tyler Pancake. I had to edit this one because you said a cursey in it. Tyler Pancake, how are you so gosh darn handsome? Well, I mean, thank you. Thank you so much. No, I think it's just because I got good genes. I mean, if you didn't know, I'm 28 years old. I mightn't look it, I mightn't act it, but that's probably it. It's just because I got some good genes. I was going to say my parents, they're both good-looking people, and they had a good-looking son, and they got some good-looking daughters, too. I got a good-looking family, I got to say. And I mean, I'm the youngest in the family at 28, and you wouldn't believe any of my family members are the age they are. We got some good genes, I got to say. That's how I'm so gosh darn handsome, Tyler. And you can be, too, if you got some good genes. You can get them at thrift store. Thank you, Tyler, for that question. That was a very random one, but I do appreciate this. Nick the Quick 28 with a face. Not trying to be mean, but why do you still play? I'm just curious. I enjoy it. it's something I enjoy. I mean, like, I'll go back and play the old school games just because it's got a nostalgia factor with it too, right? It's one of the biggest things is that, like, you played that game before and you want to go back and play it because I was like, oh man, and when I played the game last, I did this. Last time I did this, I did this. So, like, it's one of those things I play because it's just still fun. I play it and post content because I enjoy it. That's the biggest thing about it. And I mean, I know you're not trying to be mean, and I fully understand that, but the reason we do anything is because we enjoy it. Well, most of the time. I mean, I don't go to the dentist because I enjoy it. Huh, I should go to the dentist. But regardless, that's why I do it, is because I like doing it, and I like playing the games, and I like making content and producing it for you guys. So that's why I keep playing, because I like it. That's the number one thing. So I hope that works, Nick. Thank you for the question, Nick the Quick. Baxter Doctor! I have a Baxter! He's a mouse! He's going to be turning 3 in May. I have a mouse that's going to be turning 3. Isn't that crazy? And not a computer mouse, a real one. Baxter Doctor, or Baxter Dry, whatever you want to call it. Have you tried to play SpongeBob's Battle for Bikini Bottom? No, but I heard it's getting a remaster next year, so I might pick it up. I'm a big fan of remasters. I mean, Spyro Reignited Trilogy, CTR, Crash Insane Trilogy. I got Medieval there on Black Friday. Just recently started playing it. It is exactly like the original game, which also blows my mind. When you beat the game, you unlock the original game. Like, you can play the original game on the remastered version. Like, that's the coolest, hands down, the coolest completion bonus I've ever seen in a video game. For sure. But I have not played it. I heard it's getting a remaster, so maybe I'll check it out. I know my next big game on my list is Animal Crossing when it comes out in March. So maybe that'll be another one. Maybe that'll be a filler in between. Actually, I have, literally, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you can't. I have a stack of games there that I haven't touched that I need to. Because I got them during Black Friday, and then Pokemon was out at that time. So I haven't got to touch those. That's why I just started playing Medieval. So yeah, I'll probably check it out. It's probably one of those games, if I see it for a good price, I'll probably buy it. But yeah, answer that question, I guess. Tears of Rose! Who's your favorite Pokemon and why? Same with your least favorite. My favorite Pokemon is Gyarados. I've just been a fan of Gyarados ever since the beginning, ever since the first game. I remember catching a Magikarp and evolving it into Gyarados and being like, man, this is pretty good. And basically using it as a HM slave, because it can learn Surf, it can learn Waterfall, it can learn Whirlpool, and then I gave it Bite, basically. I loved playing as Gyarados. Now I actually know how to use a really good team with it, like give him like a couple Dragon moves along with some Water and some Dark moves. I just really like it. It's just a cool Pokemon. It's just this giant snake that's just all the time. He's just constantly angry. He's like the opposite of me. I don't ever get angry. I love Gyarados so much. That's why I have, you probably can't see it, but I have the Mega Construction version of him. I have it on the channel unless I took it down. I love Gyarados. He's fantastic. My least favorite actually has a story behind it. It's Per Ugly. So back when I got Generation 4, I started playing the game and got to a Per Ugly, and he was about the same level as me, and he was just a tank. And I couldn't beat him. I don't know why. I'm like, what is happening? Why is this so hard to beat? I don't understand why. And he kept reviving himself, and he kept shotting my Pokemon, doing this stuff, and I got so mad and flustered at it. And then I saw another one, and I went, nope! I literally stopped playing it. I don't like Per Ugly at all. I think it's a kind of ugly Pokemon, too. That's the other thing about it. I know it's properly named Per Ugly, but, like, you look at Glameow. Glameow's really cute. This nice slender cat with his curly tail with a wisp on it. Pretty cute Pokemon. Then evolves into this big chonker that no one uses. It's just like dark type, I think, or like pure dark or something like that. Like, there's so many better Pokemon than it. And it was just a random Pokemon they put in there just because, we need one, I guess. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it at all. So it's always been Per Ugly for least favorite. Thank you, Tears of Rose, for the comment. I do appreciate it. Cameron Depre. Now, this one I could have put with the figures, but I decided to do this one separately for this reason. You know those special Skylines made of translucent plastic, like that blue badge? Do you think that they would taste like hard candy? Is this a bad question? No, this is a really good question. I actually thought about that before. Not even joking. They look like candy, and I think the characters would taste like the colors. So I think Blue Bash would taste like blue raspberry. I think Red Drill Sergeant would taste like cherry or strawberry. The Green Gill Grunt would taste like maybe lime. I think they taste pretty good. Maybe that could be a video future. Look at this. Look at that. That looks delicious. I'd eat that. Would you eat that? I love Bash, but I'd eat it. Bash, I'd eat you. Just saying. It's like one of those things like, you're so cute, I'd eat you up. No, I think it would. I would definitely try it. That's the number one thing. I know there's Skyliner candies out there. As far as I know, there's Skyliner candy. Maybe I can find them. Ooh, I bet they're definitely expired. Thank you for the question, Cameron Depri. It's not a bad question. Don't worry about that. Scorny, what is your favorite level of all time? So I actually put this one here because there's two answers to this one. Because he didn't say Skylander. So my favorite Skylander level is Operation Troll Rocket Steel. I've talked about that numerous times, and it was out for Crash's favorites. But my favorite level in any video game? Jeez. I probably got to go with Spyro Year of the Dragon. Which one? Which one would I pick? If I had to pick one from Spyro Year of the Dragon. Jeez. Which one would it be? I'm going through all the levels in my head now. I know my favorite minigame from it is on Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, where you had to do the scavenger hunt. But that's my favorite minigame to do. It's not my favorite overall level. I think my favorite overall level, now because I have a whole new appreciation of it, is probably the Fireworks Factory from Spyro Year of the Dragon. Because that level is visually pleasing. It's so much fun to do. It's challenging. It's got so much side stuff to it. And you get to do first-person Agent 9 level, which is really cool. That's my favorite level of all time, if I had to pick one. My favorite Skylander level is Operation Troll Rocket Steel. Hope that answered your question. Thank you so much, Scorny, for the question. Mr. And Knuckles, if you were able to buy the top 10 or 5, if you want, games you want but didn't have, regardless of price or system, what would they be? I have all the games I want. Because the only one I wanted right now was Spyro Reignited Trilogy for the Switch, but I just got that recently. So, I have all of them. There's not any games that I would like to have. The only one I can think of is maybe the Power Rangers the movie game for Sega Genesis. Because I'd like to have that, because I really like playing that game growing up. Along with Gunstar Heroes for the Genesis. Those are both really good games. I know you get Gunstar Heroes on the Genesis Classic, but I also have it on PlayStation 3, on the PlayStation Network. What other games? I don't really think about it. I don't really know what other games. Like, there's most games I have. There's not like a game that's like, oh man, I would love to get that in the future. I like to get GoldenEye 007 for me and the girlfriend. It's one of her favorite games of all time, so I like to get so we can play on Nintendo 64. Pokemon Stadium 2. That's another one. I like to get that one. What else? Oh, I actually don't have Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage for PlayStation 1. There you go. There's my top 5. I did it. You proud of me? Accidentally did my top 5. There you go. So those are the 5 games I would buy, because I can't really think of 10. Those are the 5 that I would just like to have, I guess, for collective reasons and all that. So yeah, so Gunstar Heroes and the Power Rangers the movie for Genesis, Pokemon Stadium 2 and GoldenEye 007 for the Nintendo 64, and Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage for the original PlayStation. Does that work? Thank you, Mr. Mr. Ooh. So I hope you appreciate that. Colin Simpson, can I ask who Joe is? Who's Joe? Oh, you got me. It's Joe Mama. Thank you, Colin Simpson, for wasting your question on a meme. There was another person actually had it too. They had one that was like, does Bruno Mars is gay, I think? And I'm just like, you just wasted the question. So, thank you for your questions. Denise Schilling, in one of your Imaginaires live streams, you said you liked Epic Rap Battles, ERB. Did you see the new battles? No. I used to watch Epic Rap Battles back in the day, and that was back when I would basically just watch that and nothing else. I would just watch odds and ends. I haven't seen any of the new ones. I know they're back, but for some reason, I don't have any interest in them. I think I might have seen the first episode when it came back, but I haven't seen any since. If it pops up on my recommended videos, I might watch it if I have nothing else to watch at the time, even though I have 650 videos to catch up on. I'm watching videos from the middle of November still, at the time of this recording. So I haven't had a chance to see those. I like the older ones. They were way back in the day. I remember Nice Peter from Shay Carl's videos, and he just blew up from that. Now look at Shay Carl. You probably don't even know who that is. But yeah, I haven't seen those battles, but they were fine for what they were. And I'm assuming they're great, but it's just not my go-to anymore. So I hope that doesn't offend you. The only videos I watch that aren't gaming, basically, is Good Mythical Morning, Smosh Pit. That's it, really. I think. Because like all the other ones I watch are like gaming, but they do like other side stuff with us. Like, it's like Funhouse, Cow Chop, PewDiePie. Those ones. Like they do other stuff outside of gaming along with it. But those are the two that I watch that are basically just strictly that. But yeah. Yeah, I hope that answered your question. I'm sorry that upset you through Denise, but it's Every Rap Battles. They're really good though. I do like it. Yeah. Thank you. I think this is the last question about in real life. Bengo, what Skylander would you like to have as a pet? Imagine Scratch as a pet. It's a cat, and he can fly and shoot lasers from his eyes. That would be awesome. I think that would be a really cool pet to have. Very hard to control, I bet. Cats are already bad enough to control, let alone trying to get Scratch to do it. So yeah, I'd probably say Scratch. I've actually thought of this. You notice how it just popped out right away? Scratch. Yeah, because I like cats. And I mean, that's great. And we don't have a mouse Skylander or a rat Skylander. Ooh, excuse me, a Skylander, so don't care. We're going to go with Scratch. Hope that works. And I think that's the last question. It is! In Real Life is done. We are at episode 5 of the Supercharged log. Miscellaneous got a few of them here. These are just questions that I felt didn't fall into the in real life category, the Skylanders category, the YouTube category. These are just some odds and ends. So these ones I'm probably not going to do a lot of detail with. Also, he says that before he went into a lot of detail with the last one. First question, I was there for basically 10 minutes. But yeah, so these are one of the ones that this should be pretty quick to go through. So Capone R. Dylan. This is the guy who did the 25 questions. So I apologize. All I did was grab the first one. So, which would you rather be, fairy or dragon, and what type? I'm assuming he means Pokemon. If he doesn't, then I'm sorry. I'm going to probably go with fairy. As weird as that is. I think fairy is a really good typing, plus Granbull's typing. I'm assuming, if you don't mean Pokemon because it said what type, I'm assuming if I would like to be a fairy or dragon, I'd probably be a dragon, and I like to be a big, burly, black one. A Hungarian horntail from Harry Potter. How does that sound? I don't really know how to answer that question, because I don't know if you were talking about Pokemon or just in general. I think it was talking about mystical creatures, but yeah, I go with dragon and Hungarian horntail from Harry Potter, because they're crazy and violent. Like me. Thank you very much, Capone. Sorry I couldn't answer your other 24 questions. Your self-production, when's the game coming out? Go away! This was a running joke that me and him had going for when the game started getting released. He always used to ask me when the game was coming out, when the game was long released, because yourself is Canadian also. So he got to play it day one just like me, so quick respond to a text. But yeah, the game's not coming yet. You know what? I've canceled it. Game's canceled. Congrats. You ruined this. Thank you yourself, you ruined it. Nolan the Epic Portal Master, how many video game consoles and handhelds do you have, and what are they? Alright, let's begin. Here in the room alone, I have a PSP, the original one. I have a 2DS. I have the Nintendo Switch Lite. I have the PS3. I have a regular DS that's broken, unfortunately. I have my PS4. I have my Wii U. My phone, I guess, counts as a gaming device, because I do play games on that. That's it for the room. Out in the living room, I have a Sega Genesis, a PlayStation 2, a Nintendo 64, and a GameCube. Yeah. So I have a nice few kind of consoles. I also have a tablet and my computer. My computer barely runs games, though, and my tablet I don't use for games. I just use for watching videos. So yeah, I do have a nice, pretty much collection. I have a lot of games for both of them. I've done a couple of videos showing off my collections. I did PS3 and PS... I did PS2, PS3, and PS... No, I didn't do PS4, and I did Nintendo DS. I still have it, Nintendo 64 as an option, I still have Genesis as an option, and my limited PlayStation games that I have here. So I have a couple of those, if you did want to see those in the future. And my Wii and Wii U games, also got that too. Yeah, that's my consoles. Is that it? Yeah, PSP. Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, there we go. There's my consoles. Thank you, Nolan Epic, Nolan Epic, the Portal Master. Good job, me. Nolan the Epic Portal Master. You're gonna defend your title at some point for Champion of Skylands. You probably won't. Zapping the Skylands. What series are you looking forward to? Does he mean my series or like a TV series? I forgot about this one. For my own series, I'm excited to do round 3 of Crash Mash, because it's going to be switching it up. It's going to be a lot better. Along with that, I'm excited for Skylanders Survivor Season 3. I've always loved doing those. Some of the Skylands is going to be fun. Challenge the Skylands is going to be fun too. A lot of my series, I basically love doing all of them. Honestly, Half Hour is the only one that's kind of getting lackluster, and I mean that in the very slightest of ways, just because it's just the same thing every week, except I'm doing a new Skylander. But some episodes are super fun, like Countdown. And then there's one episode where I played as a Skylander for like 35 hours before, and I'm like, still got to do the Half Hour though, you know? And that Jetpack episode is coming up. Same with Sprocket, so that'll be fun. For TV series, I don't really have a lot. There's not a lot of TV shows I watch, actually. I watch all my stuff on YouTube. Right now, I currently have this, a Netflix card just sitting here, Not even scratched, not even used. At this time, I might have had it by the time this video comes out. I hopefully will have it used by then, because there's 3 series on I think it's 3 series on Netflix I want to watch. I want to watch Living with Yourself, the Paul Rudd show, or Paul Rudd show he has on there, along with Final Space Season 2 is out. I also want to see 6 Underground, which is Ryan Reynolds' new movie. So that's all on Netflix. I want to watch that. I have Disney Plus. In the video, remember earlier I said, I'm like, oh, a thing went out for Disney Plus. I haven't touched Disney Plus in so long. I've been watching The Mandalorian. I went to see episode 3, and I haven't watched a single episode since. I just haven't had the time, and I straight up forgot about it. So maybe I'll binge it today. Who knows? But yeah, that's the series I'm looking forward to. Sorry, I'm looking forward to Star Wars. Actually, that's out now. By the time this video comes out, it's out. God knows when I'm going to see it. But yeah, that's it for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. That's serious. 4 minutes? Oh my gosh, how many more questions is this? Hold on, I gotta check this. Oh, we're going to have to pause this and come back to it. Okay, we're going to do mini stop now because the camera's going to end because I want to do a little spiel at the end like I always do. So, quick little pause and we'll be back in literally a split second. And we're back. This is the last of it, I promise. God, this video is long. Alright, we're continuing now. Pokey Jessie. Who is your favorite new Pokemon from Sword and Shield? Sirfetch'd. No brainer. That was the reason I bought Sword. I've been waiting for 20 years for Farfetch'd to get an evolution. I've actually really liked Farfetch'd since the beginning. I actually had Farfetch'd join me on Pokemon X when I first got it. I traded him for a Pokemon, and he hilariously became like the main member of my team for like the whole game because he was already leveled up to the character, so I was using him as much. And I mean, he learned some fighting moves and stuff with it, along with flying moves. So he used to rip through Pokemon for me. Like, it usually would be my Fennekin or Delphox being the lead, and then if he wouldn't take him out, then of course Farfetch'd come be like, bruh, and then take him out. So when I saw Farfetch'd was getting an evolution, I was so stoked. Sirfetch'd is amazing. It took me a little while to finally get Sirfetch'd though, but thank you, Onyx, for letting me critically hit you 3 times. So that's how you get Sirfetch'd in the game. You gotta do a critical hit with the new Farfetch'd 3 times in one battle, and you get it. So that was really cool. Sirfetch'd for sure. If we're talking about brand new, unique Pokemon, probably gotta go with Corviknight. For sure. I love flying Pokemon, and the steel flying, he's amazing. I love Skarmory, so now Corviknight has the steel flying too, so I got 2 awesome steel flying Pokemon on my team now. So it's really cool. Skarmory ain't in the game though, which sucks. But is he though? He might be. I haven't seen him yet. I'm still trying to complete Pokedex at this time. Working on it slowly but surely. Thanks, Ryan. But yeah, thank you, Poke Jessie, for that question. I hope that answers your question. Sirfetch'd and Corviknight. That's my 2 favorites. Crazy Cake. I really want to do a Trap Master lock and I only need a few more Trap Masters. You got any tips to get them fast? And if I get them, some tips for the game. P.S. I live in the Netherlands. What's that? There's a place over there. CEX, I think is what it's called. Checks. I don't know what it's called actually. But yeah, they I think there's a thing over there where you can get Skylanders from. But just check online. Just check local marketplace, like Facebook Marketplace, things like that. Is how I managed to get a couple more for continuing my collection. Check out your local yard sales, local thrift stores, all that stuff, and then check online for websites that are near you. Like Rock 30 Games, I happened to stumble upon that one. A random fan mentioned to me once, and now I live by Rock 30 Games. Like, you can get so many good Skylanders from there. So, like, check out those websites, check out your local stores, yard sales, marketplace, all that stuff. Like, Facebook Marketplace is the best place to go. As I said, the guy who sold me those Skylanders the other day, he's selling them out for $1, and I might just say, here's $50, give me 50 random ones, you know? So just do that. It's very simple. Very simple. For tips for the game, don't die. Thank you for the question, Crazy Cake. Hope that worked for you. Thick King, what are your thoughts about Pokemon Sword and Shield? I really like it. I don't know why it was getting all the flack that it did. It is a fantastic game. I think the graphics are so much fun. The wild area is amazing. I absolutely love the wild area. I think it's so cool that you can just see a bunch of Pokemon just wandering around, then you bump into them, and it has a chance to be a shiny Pokemon. It's so easy to grind in there. It's amazing how you can find fully evolved Pokemon in that game. Right now, I'm missing only 2 evolutions. Only one of them I've actually evolved the Eevee from. I'm missing Umbreon and Sylveon. The only one I've evolved was Jolteon. I've caught all the rest of them in the wild. I've caught fully evolved Pokemon, like ones you have to do trades with. Like, I've caught Gigalith. Not Gigalith, no, Ryan traded me him. I've caught Machamp, I've caught Conkeldurr, I've caught Gengar, I've caught a bunch of Pokemon, like Gallade. I caught a wild Gallade before I caught a Rowsell. That's what's so cool about this game. Like, I caught a Weevil the other day. Like, so now I don't need to evolve Sneasel into Weevil, so I can keep hold of that one, so I can leave that. Like, I have a Rhydon now ready to give to, trade to Ryan, so I can trade it back. But who knows, I might find a Rhyperior in the wild. Like, Hitmontop, it's so hard to find a Tyrogue, but I happen to find a wild one. So who cares, right? Absolutely love it. I thought the story was really well put together. Of course, it's hand-holdy. Every Pokemon game these days are, because it's basically aimed towards a younger generation. And that was really well put together. There's a couple surprises. The end game with going around and doing the Gigantamax Pokemon, I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty simple, though. There's not a lot of end game stuff to it, so basically I'm just cleaning the Pokédex down and just going to start shiny hunting after that. So yeah, I thought it was good. For what it was, I thought it was pretty good. It was a great introductory for, you know, Generation 8 when you play on the big screen. Myself, I can only play it on my small screen because I only got Switch Lite, but I'm perfectly okay with that. Really enjoyed it. I think it's pretty good. How does that answer your question? Thank you, Thick King, for the question. The Fire Dog Cult. Do you like any other games excluding Pokemon and Skylanders? Oh, yeah. So, I think I'm going to mention I might do my top 5 favorite games. So, my top 5 favorite games include one Skylander game, one Skylander game, and one Spyro game. But that's it. The other one, Assassin's Creed Black Flag is number 5. Phenomenal game. I love that game so much. I just bought it on PlayStation 4 for $10. I already got it for PS3. Now I got it for PS4. That's how much I like it. After that would be Skylar Superchargers. I absolutely love Skylar Superchargers. Always been one of my favorites. Number 3 is Pokemon Gold. I know he said excluding Pokemon, so we'll cancel that one out. Number 2 is Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. That's the skateboarding game. I have loved that game for actual years. As soon as I got it, it's one of my favorite games. It's one of those games I can sit down and play over and over and over and over again, and I always beat it in one sitting. Just like my favorite game of all time, Spyro Year of the Dragon. But I do like a lot of other games. Like right now, I'm going to show you. These are actually the games I got for Black Friday. Hold on, I'll show you here now. I'll just just move these around. So these are the games I got for Black Friday. So also I got Medieval for Black Friday. I got Fallout 76. Probably not even going to play it. I got it for $10. That's the only reason I bought it. Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I named my guinea pig after Rico from the game. I have a bunch of Kingdom Hearts pops up there. You can't really see them, though. Team Sonic Racing. I'm a fan of Sonic. This should be a great game, too. I picked up God of War for $10. The newest one. I got Nier Automata, which should be fantastic. And I also got The Witcher 3, which I played for like a couple minutes, and I put it down and didn't go back to it. But those are just new games I haven't even played yet. If you want... I dropped them! That was funny. You gotta gift that one. If you want more detail about the games I have, basically go watch my complete collection video, like my entire PS3, PS2, and DS and 3DS video. I'm just leaving those on the floor. I'll pick them up after. Go watch those videos. You'll get a full description of everything. Thank you, Fire Dogs Cult. I hope that answers your question the best it can right now. Will Marshall, who in your opinion is the most OP Ring of Heroes Skylander? Stormblade. I actually had to think about it. I was thinking between her or Light Jetpack. Shadow Spyro is my favorite, but he's honestly not OP. But I think Stormblade is great because Stormblade has an excellent straight attack to hit one character, but she also has a move that can hit 3. Light Jetpack is great because of the fact that he has his regular shoot, like shoot in the breeze, and he also has the healing ability. But I gotta go with Stormblade. Again, I don't play the game as religiously as I used to. I just play it just to do my dailies, and then that's it. So I'm basically just leveling up Skylanders now. Like, trying to get up. I'm currently working on Wildfire, regular Spyro, and Lightning Rod. There's the ones I'm trying to get up to level 70 to max out. Wildfire's almost there. I think he's at level 68 right now. So yeah, hope that answers your question. Let me know if you disagree in the comments. Pulse Spitfire, have you ever watched the Real Life Survivor Show? And if so, who's your favorite contestant? Alright, it's Ozzy. So, I have watched the original Survivor. I grew up with it. My family used to watch it every single Thursday, starting at Season 2. Geez, I don't know until the last season. And supposedly it's on like Season 30 now, or 40, or something like that. It's still going, which blows my mind. I haven't watched Survivor in a very, very, very long time. I remember seeing on my timeout on my Twitter, I used to tweet about it a long time ago. There might be some remnants still there of it. I've been trying to delete some of my old tweets because some were very bad. But yeah, Ozzy's always been my favorite. I love how great he was. My favorite moment in the show, though, is when Eric decided to give his immunity idol to one of the other players, and then he got himself voted out because he's a dum-dum. If you're a fan of Survivor, or if you don't even know that one, gotta go watch that clip. Just search up Eric, E-R-I-K, gives away his immunity idol, and watch the clip. It's just so dumb. I can't believe he fell for it. Like, he's gotta be so dumb. But Ozzy's always been my favorite. Ozzy is excellent. I think he was on the latest season, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Mom told me, she's like, oh, Ozzy's back. I'm like, Ozzy's back. Ozzy was an excellent player. He was an excellent swimmer. He was just good overall. I don't know if he's won any game, but he did deserve it, if he did. So that's my thing. Yes, I have seen it. I haven't seen it forever, and Ozzy's my favorite contestant. So thank you for the question, Paul Spitfire. Fanfic Aiden. Okay, oh. Dang. Alright. Okay, I know you're a Pokemon fan, so who's your favorite Pokemon and least favorite Pokemon? Let's go with second favorites. So now we're talking about my favorites. So my second favorite Pokemon is Ampharos. That's the Mareef's full evolution. I played with Ampharos in my original playthrough of Gold, and she's kind of just stuck with me since. I really like the fact that you can do some bug moves mixed with electric. So I think it's a really good combination. You can also give them some fight moves too. So imagine having an Ampharos with like Thunder and Thunder Shock or Thunder Punch, but also having, you know, Single Beam and Brick Break. Like, I think that's a pretty good Pokemon. So like, you'll go against a rock Pokemon and they're just like, okay, you can't even hit me. LOL, Brick Break takes them out. So yeah, Ampharos is my second favorite Pokemon. My third is Bisharp. So I'm just letting you know that. Fourth is Stuffle. Fifth is Kingdra. I'm missing a Bisharp and a Kingdra Stuffy. I currently have Ampharos, Stuffle, and Gyarados. So, like, if y'all want to help me out, P.O. Box in the description. My second least favorite Pokemon, honestly, I think it might be the new Mr. Mime. Not Mr. Rhyme, but, like, Galarian Mr. Mime. I think he's terrifying. Straight up, I think he's just creepy. Like, he's already creepy to begin with, but I think he's even creepier now. Like, he's Ice Psychic, he's just like... And I'm like, you're terrifying. You are absolutely terrifying. So I hope that answers your question for it. I don't really have like a second least favorite, so I would say Mr. Mime because I'm just not a big fan of him. That's it! Oh my gosh, that's it! Alright. Cut out this thing now. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So, that's going to do it for this, I guess, this Q&A. Let me show you this. So here's the big thing about this, ladies and gentlemen. Remember when I showed you the time at the beginning? Well, look what time it is now. I didn't take a break in between. I literally went and used the bathroom at one point, and that was it. So I hope the fact that me sitting here and talking to you guys this whole time shows that I'm, you know, kind of committed to this. And I really like talking to you guys, and it shows you that you guys are literally the reason I do this. Basically, I'm just getting the video saved, make sure it goes through. This has been a phenomenal year. It sucks that I am one of the only SkyTubers left now, but as I said, every time in this video, I'm going to be keeping at the content. I'm going to keep producing content and keep going with it every single day. Like, I promise you that. I'm going to be doing what I can. So, in the new year, there may be a little lull in videos. You're not going to see video maybe right away. There might be a little break in between because I might have to do a little catch-up with myself. But I'm going to be coming back bigger, better, stronger, harder, faster, stronger. They don't kill me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much. If you somehow made it to the end, go to the comments and say, Crash, you're a buffoon. Or a baboon. If you don't know how to spell buffoon, say baboon. Just say, Crash, you're a baboon. If you made it all the way to the end here. Thank you all so much for watching this Q&A video. I hope I answered all your questions. At any time, you can ask me a question 24/7 at askcrashtheskylands@gmail.com. My voice is starting to hurt. I got a lot to do. Thank you all so much for watching this entire video. Hope you have a fantastic new year, and I'll see you all in 2020. But as always, I bid you farewell.